Oh my god. As soon as I start streaming, my baby girl wants to play. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm gonna go have to play with my baby girl. That's rude. She's trying to play with that. Hey. I should get my drink. Hello, hoes and hosettes. We're not using hoe as a female base term. It's hoes and hosettes. But how y'all doing? I decided to hop on stream, give a little life update. The hair, it's funny because I can like track my hair growth through my live streams lately. It is very much Guy Fieri, like, and it is taller than a couple weeks ago because I looked back. I would like to have it buzzed again and dyed. But I do really like this, like, and I had my friend over today. Friend, she's my sister-in-law. I had my sister-in-law over and she was saying, she's like, I really like this look on you too. She's like, I really like the buzz look, but this like frames your face really well. And she was like, and I like the little tail in the back. And so do I. And so, yes, I would like to have my mom maybe trim it down a little bit until I can go back and get it buzzed. Because, little life update, I got a job at a McDonald's that lasted a total of 3 days. Um, I worked at that McDonald's and basically they called me on my day off. While I live stream, I'm gonna put on the live stream of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I don't think you guys can hear it. Yeah, you guys can't hear Shake. Shake and Meatball. I just want to put something on, so I do like this live stream a lot. Because, yeah, I get to just fucking watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force all day. I have been watching a lot of American Dad, and, but I'll get to that in a minute, because I always do this. Um, I was working at the McDonald's, and my first day that I did back cash, I already was not feeling it. And I'm like, I know that they say that, even a retard or like a dummy can do it, because I hate using the term retard. Um, I'm like, it's not for me. And I get it. Kudos to all the high schoolers, like, like, my mother supported me and my fucking deadbeat dad on a McDonald's salary for years until she finally got a Kroger job, two jobs to help pay the bills because my father wouldn't work. And yes, that's all a bunch of bullshit. Like, and even when I told her I had the job, she just got out of McDonald's and she was like, holy fuck, like, you're gonna hate it there. And, granted, I was like, Mom, you're supposed to be my mother. Like, maybe you could just tell me congratulations, like, even though you know it's shit. And I was talking to my man, and he was like, these are all thoughts that I had too, but I didn't say it out loud. I just told you, I hope you like the change of pace. Yeah. And I was like, yes, you were just, like, happy for me that I got a new job, that I'm going to be making more money, even though it's not what I want right now. But all that aside, it was my day off. And I told the manager that I was going to a funeral. And he was like, well, when you get back on Sunday, call me and let me know if you can come in. Like, I got back from a funeral. I might still be grieving the day that I get back. What the hell do you mean you want me to come in? And I made it to where my availability was Sundays off anyways. So I was like, what the fuck? And then I made my availability 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. I think that's a pretty open. I just didn't want to help those fuckers close. So I was like, I can work till 8. And because I think they closed at 11. They were open 5 a.m. to 11 every day. And yeah. So then he was asking me, do you want to pick up a Thursday shift, 4 p.m. to 10? As I just stated, availability is till 8. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm already working 5 a.m. to 1 that day. So it was like, do you want me to work I was like, I don't want to work a double. I hated that shit. When I was at Applebee's, I worked a double twice. I did need the money the one time they asked, and I was like, and I was new, and I was like, I don't want to say no, and then they think that I'm going to be that girl who doesn't want to help and things. So I was like, yeah, I will. And also my living situation at the time was fucked up. I didn't want to go home. Me and my boyfriend, nothing to do with him, but our collective, like, he was dealing with the shit too. We lived with a woman who was fucking psychotic and tried to poison both of us. And the cops had to be called multiple times while we were living there. It was fucking insane. But I worked a double then, and then I worked a double, I think it was probably a weekend before all the college people graduated, because there was a college in that city. And a lot of the people working with me, the hosts, were college girls, and they had shit going on. So they're like, Savannah, you're the only one who's not got any college going on at your young age. So we're gonna have you work a double if you can, because all the other college students called out because it's their day to go fucking party because it's the last day of school and they don't want to be here. And yeah, McDonald's is trying to ask me, yo, you want to work? And I'm like, no, no, I do not. I do not want to work that shit. Thank you. And I get it. More money in my pocket, more money, whatever. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty autistic. I can't handle working long hours like that. I'll crash and burn, especially in a high-faced customer volume, like, because it was people would pull up to the window or even to the voice box. Can't hear them because the guys are running the trucks and mowing the lawn, and it's the mic is trying to pick that up. And then I can't hear the people. Then I ended up putting a wrong thing on a lady's order. It was the first thing I even put on there. And she starts going, I swear you people just put shit on there to piss me off. And the girl training me, who was just collecting the money, I wasn't talking to the people when they pulled up to the window. And she told her, she was like, sorry, she's new. Also, I can't remove that until you tell me what you actually want, because I need to have something left on there, or else you're gonna have to like reverse your car and pull back up. So it, you know. And she was like, oh my God, all right, I want a sweet tea and a fillet of fish. Like, dude, I was already, I start to get this feeling where it's hard for me to breathe. I feel like it's not just like my heart is beating and I feel like my lungs are already filled with enough air. I have a tendency of holding my breath. I don't breathe it out and I'm just keep going and filling my lungs with more air. And then I get panicky. And I was doing that. And I was like, I'm gonna explode here. I'm not gonna make it. Like, and I don't want to be like everybody was right who was telling me I wouldn't enjoy this, but I'm not enjoying it and I'm not gonna make it. Like, they're gonna end up finding out that I can't talk to people well like that when it's like so, and I'm gonna end up crying on this fucking back cash line probably. And so 3 days ago now, I had an interview at a Comfort Inn hotel suites, and I nailed that interview. And he told me, he's like, we'll start out at 14 for your training. And then after that, if you're doing real well, I can bump you up to 15. Because I put that I would like at least, I was making 18 at Sam's Club because I was there for 3 years. And I was there when the raises were still $1 raise until they fucking changed it to however many cents we were getting for the past 2 years. Fuck that shit. Donald Trump and his bullshit and Walmart siding with Donald Trump's bullshit. I'm like, fuck that. So yeah, they added back third shift, nighttime shift that they got rid of when Biden got in office. So I know this shit is all political. Okay, because there's no need for an overnights. And granted, sure, they're gonna blame it. No, we got rid of overnights because of COVID. You guys were doing overnights when I first started working there in 2021, Sam's Club. And then they took away overnights, like a week into me being a cashier. I remember that shit. And then I went to the floor shortly after I was cashier because, yes, I could not handle. But with working at a hotel, like I was talking about with my sister-in-law, I'll be working 2:30 to 11 p.m. So that's like check-in time. People are coming in the evening and stuff. So I will have a steady workload, but it won't be like when I was in a grocery store having to get go backs, doing all this stuff, and I'm worried about my section. And this is the kicker. I'm gonna be able to sit in a chair, dude. I seen the guy, because like there's like the manager lady, I assume. And then the guy at the desk, who's like the concierge, was sitting in a chair, like typing and talking like with the manager lady. And she was like, hi. And yeah, like, holy shit. My whole life, I have just wanted a job where I could sit. And it's like, holy crap, hallelujah. Like, I can fucking sit in a chair. My God. And where I work is by lakefront property. So every day my drive to work it is beautiful. It is lovely. Not that my 30-minute fucking drive to the McDonald's wasn't pretty either, but also I was seeing a lot of dead deer, dead animals, and that shit makes me cry. And so a lot of times I was crying either on my way to work there or on my way home. And it was out in the area where it's closer to where I grew up, but also a lot of working men in that area, a lot of dudes in their trucks. They don't want to wait for my little Mitsubishi. I was getting beeped at by motherfuckers more out there than I have where I live right now. Because my car takes forever to get up to speed. She's a third cylinder. And you can hear her. She sounds like a fucking moped at times. She's like, "Rah," like it's insane. I have a Mitsubishi Mirage. It's the hatchback version. I mean, I love her. To me, I couldn't get a silver Beetle, so I got that bitch. And I like her. But if I do, my boyfriend would hate me if I got a fucking Beetle. Oh my God. He would be like, why did you buy this? This is not, he would like to see me in like a Toyota Corolla or a Camry, probably. So would his father. He really likes those. Or like a Ford Escort that's like fixed up from the 90s. I was driving a Ford Escort that they had for like a couple years. And it was like the same model that my mom had when I was growing up with the crank windows and shit. I was like, hallelujah. I'm like, I love these old style cars and the wood interior. Oh my goodness. And the plastic interior. Cause I just, and it's like the way that Escorts, they all have that same smell. And you know what I'm talking about. It's the old vehicle smell. It's the interior. I love that fucking smell when you get into an old car and it's like, yeah. But yes, I'm gonna get to sit, and even when I'm standing and I'm like handing people, and like I have to get check-in keys, and it's not like it's keys anymore. Like people have a card, so I give them like their little card and their sleeve, and I'm like, here you go, here's your number. Like I'm so excited. The only thing he was like, the system, he was like, training takes about 4 weeks. Most people catch on within 2 weeks. He was like, I don't think you're gonna take the whole 4 weeks, and he was very impressed with. Because when I did news broadcast and stuff and film and all that in school, they told me, like, this is like job work. You could put this on your resume. This is just because you come here half your day for school and shit, it's a job. Like, you come here, you sit at your desk, you work, you're editing film, we're making a news production. She was like, this is all. Is that my cat? But she's like, this is all the shit that you would be doing because she worked in news for a long time. My teacher out in Detroit, I don't remember what news station, but it's how her and her husband met. And uh, yeah, I remember her husband trying to give me boy advice one time because they had kids, but they were younger. And he's like, she was like, let him, he wants to be like, and the girl who I was partnered up with, my teacher knew that we both didn't have good relationships with our fathers. And she was also going through, so she was like, let my husband, dad talk ya. Like, and he was basically telling both of us, he's like, you guys are smart girls. I see what you do in my wife's class. You deserve better. And you're young now. If you start dating men who disrespect you like this, it's going to create like a pattern. And he was like, you're going to date terrible guy after nip that shit in the bud right now. Know your worth. Know what you want. And oh, I took that advice because the man I'm with now, I've been with since I was in that class. I met him in that class. So, yeah, and that story is kind of wild. The story is very funny. Um, and I may have told it on here before, but I'll tell it again. My boyfriend, so we went to this thing where, yeah, he was in the marketing class. There was HVAC there in that building, building houses, mechanic, like automotive. A lot of my buddies were in automotive and marketing. Um, I knew a girl, I did have a good friend who was doing the houses. She specifically wanted to do roofing. And but my class was digital media arts all mixed together, but it was heavily mostly news broadcast. So a lot of kids went into this class thinking it was going to be more like setting them up to be a YouTuber basically. Like, I'm going to get to learn Photoshop and Premiere Pro and all this. And yes, that's a part of it. But we were year 2 was all news broadcast. And me and my partner went to Business Professionals of America and we placed first at regionals. Like, for, there's the beginning one, regionals, and then you get to go to, so yeah, primaries, regional, nationals. Nationals was with all the 50 states, including Puerto Rico, and we placed 7th over in the end at nationals, which was insane. But we placed first. Like, if I did get into some news kind of broadcast right now, I would know what the fuck I'm doing. I still remember all that shit. I remember working the buttons, pushing up the packages, doing all that shit. Like, that shit is still ingrained in me. So that's why I'm very good with, I do edit on CapCut and I do edit on things because it's like, I was our editor. My partner would do the interviews and I would do the camera with her, and she did a lot of the camera settings. Like, we were a team. We would crash and burn without each other. I was the editing side, and she was like the face of, because she didn't know how to edit, and she didn't really get it, and she didn't really want to learn. And truthfully, all the camera settings confused me and shit, but she kind of got it. So she would white balance, which I got white balancing. That was easy, and doing the zoom and everything. But certain aperture settings I couldn't figure out, so that was all her. And then I edited everything. But my man's was, where's my baby goo? Oh, hey! Hey, Stinky. Mm. She's gonna get up on the couch. You see you? Baby. Baby. She's cute. But, yeah. There was me and my partner, which we were the older kids, because AM was first years, PM was second years. So my first year, yes, I went to this kind of college trade thing for half my day. Then senior year, I would go in the afternoons, which is awesome because a lot of times I wouldn't even come back to my school because I was one of the kids who would drive. So a lot of times I started driving myself up to that building and driving myself right home. I didn't even have to ride the fucking bus to get back to school, get on a bus, go home. No, I ain't doing all that shit. There she is. But so there was a girl, she was with a boy. They were partnered up, and this boy was acting cagey the whole time, kept being like, I'm not good at public speaking. I don't really know if this is for me. I don't have the money to go to Grand Rapids. And he was like, because primaries was close by when we had it. Regionals was in Grand Rapids. And he was like, I don't have the money. And I think part of it too was his parents didn't, you know, some strict parents. My dad was weird like that. When I went to Chicago with my group, he was like terrified. And I'm like, I'm gonna be with my teachers and my parapro. And because it was my teacher, and then she had her assistant. And my boyfriend actually knew him because he went to his school and graduated like years before because he was an adult man. But he was like, yeah, I know that last name, that family, he's a twin brother. He's like, he's a twin brother and he's got an older brother. And I was like, you are very correct. He's talked about his twin brother in class and how they look exactly alike. And one day his twin brother did come in and we were like, Mr. Oh, wait a minute, you're a little bit, because they had the same build, but his brother was just a little bit more muscular. And we were like, you're not him. Wait, why are you? And he was like, he left some stuff at my house that he needed, like his camera bag. So I brought it here. But yes, my boyfriend ended up filling in for this boy. My teacher ended up getting a text and a call from this boy. And the day before, like this is the night that we're all packing to go. And he goes, hey, like 2 days before probably. And he's like, hey, I'm not going at all. It's not because she even offered to buy him formal clothes to wear, my teacher. She was like, you don't have to worry about it. Like, I've got money, okay? Like, it's okay. Like, we need you to go at this point. And no, he was not going. He was like, I'm terrified. Just, I cannot do it. So my teacher went to marketing, was like, give me your student who can bullshit the best. And the teacher was like, well, let me introduce you to Porter. And it was either going to be Porter or his best friend who was in the class. Or Nathaniel. I would have not ended up with Nathaniel, let me tell you. I probably would have thought he was a little cute, but he's not no. I love my boyfriend. Like, I do think about that. And he even jokes about it. Like, what if it would have been any of my other friends? He's like, I could have been the friend and you were dating like Jacob or somebody. And I'm like, let's not think about that. I do not want to think about that. But he went as this kid. He went, like, not as himself. My teacher basically was explaining to the teacher even, because she was like, "This is, like, a moral issue, because I have to do this." She was like, "He has to sign his name as Marshall because all of the paperwork that we have, like it says, Jackie and Marshall, uh, and me and my partner, and all the paperwork set up. The place are like the competition place already has all this information." So she's like, he can't say that he's Porter. He has to be Marshall. And she was like, they don't know what Marshall looks like. It's not like we had to send in headshots. And so, yeah, my boyfriend shows up. And so before I had this competition, I had choir competition. And I was in choir all throughout my whole schooling. I loved my choir teacher. He was like my school dad. He watched me grow up. I was like, I understand you guys need me. Like, this competition is very important, but my choir needs me. I was like, I am not stepping out on them. And my teacher was pissed because she was like, shit, well, how are we going to do this? But she thought it was very admirable. She was like, I am. She's like, it's good that you're not going to give up on these people. She's like, as much as I do need you, it's true. These people need you too. And she was like, so what we're going to do is we're going to get everybody on the bus. You're going to have to bring your luggage with you to this choir event. And we're going to get on that bus and go to that school that you're at. I believe I was in, where was I? I don't remember where I was, but it was not near Grand Rapids. And hey, no, stop biting her like that. Uh, and so they came and got me. It was a very nice school. And we ended up getting gold that fucking competition. So I felt like a straight G going from a choir comp and getting straight gold and then going and winning regionals and getting first. And my choir teacher knew what was going on. He asked me when I got back, he was like, so how did it go? And I was like, we fucking got first. I got my gold medal from choir and I got my fucking plaque. And he was just like, amazing, awesome. He's like, I'm so proud of you. And I was like, yeah, and it came back with a man. I was like, oh, T, clock it, bitch. And yeah, it was quite funny. He was like, well, good for you. And, but when we were doing the pickup and everything, here comes Porter. And he goes, hey, my name is Marshall, last name. And he's like, may I take your bags? Because I had my luggage, I'm getting the bus, and I'm in this choir dress. Like, they were like, I had to take my dress, and that was a whole thing. Because I was in charge, me, one girl, and my friend were all in charge of dresses, like everybody's number. When you signed up for choir, you had the same dress throughout all 4 years. That was your number. My dress number was 47. I still remember that to this day. Oh my God, it was a size 6 and it was 47. Holy fuck. That's insane. And uh yeah, I was in this, it was like a satin A-frame. It fits all fucking burgundy. Our colors, I did like the burgundy. A lot of girls didn't like it because you could see this pit stains. And yeah, I literally felt like a princess. Like, it felt like out of a movie scene. Like, I'm like with my luggage, hiking up my dress, and I'm like, who's he? Because like he had a full beard in high school and shit. Like, he looked like, and I've always been into older men. And so I was like, okay. And I just handed him my fucking bag. I was like, you're not Marshall, but I was like, here, take my shit. And he was like, will do, lady. And he took my stuff and we both got on the bus and then yeah, we left and yeah, the rest is history. I ended up meeting his mom the day that we all got picked up from the festival and she gave me a hug and she'd kind of tell like the vibe. She was like asking him in the car, I guess, like, did you get her number? You better have. She was like, she seems like such a sweet girl and she's very nice. And she's like, I know. She was giving you them eyes. And she's like, she was giving me eyes. Like, she got to impress me. And she's like, you better do right by that girl. And yeah, it was funny. It was so funny. I to this day I still think about that shit because I'm like, dude, that was highly like the one judge when he was signing his name was like, "You act like you don't know who you are." He's like, "You act like you don't know how to spell your own last name." And Porter's just like, "Haha, yeah." He was like, "God, I'm just so nervous. You know, we've been training for weeks, and he's so good at bullshitting like that." And they got fourth, so they didn't make. You had to place first through third to at least make it to nationals, I believe. And they placed fourth. And my teacher was really hoping that both her groups would make it to nationals, but it was just me and my partner. But that was still fucking dope because it was her first year doing Business Professionals of America because they had always done a different type of business competition. And she was like, it was called R something something. And she's like, but now we're trying BPA. It was BPA. And she was like, yeah, it seemed to go. So that was our first year. And we fucking went to nationals. And that was insane. She was like, I should have done BPA the whole time because she's like, it seemed not easier, but she's like, I like the structure better on how they judge. And it does seem to be more of a workload where you are like, you feel fulfilled. You are doing like, yeah, they had us go out. We spent a whole afternoon for nationals. We were in this, it was in Texas, in this amazing, lavish fucking hotel. The whole thing was hosted. It was like, what do they call it? A conference site and stuff like that. Like hotel, conference building attached, whole felt like a little city we were living in. And I remember we were by the fountain. We were interviewing another student. We had to basically like all use each other. Like even though we're all competing against each other, we all had to like, can we interview you for our package and then you can interview us for whatever you guys need to do? And we were like, yeah, sure. And yeah, we placed seventh, dude. Like that's insane. Out of 50 states, we are number 7. I was at least expecting us to like, get first in Michigan, but then I'm like, we're going against the big dogs. We're probably gonna place 50th, dude. But no, like, and I know like people are like, well, it's not like you were like third, but dude, out of 50 to place in 7th is still pretty fucking good. Like, and we went to nationals. We did all the shit. We were mostly like, it was the experience, the vacation. Like, and when I went, when I started doing this competition stuff, I believe it was right after my dad had left. So he didn't see me. He knew when I went to Chicago with that group of students. And then I think right after that, my mom divorced him. So yeah, my dad, so that's why I got to go to Texas and do all this stuff because if my dad still would have been around, I don't think I would have been able, which is fucking insane to be like, hey, this is a life-changing experience. You're going to get to do all of these amazing things, but I'm afraid of you getting groomed by somebody out in public or kidnapped. So I'm not going to let you go. Like that was how my dad was my whole growing up. Like just because he had a daughter and a fucking I have a vagina. Oh my God, you can get pregnant. Oh my God, the world is ending. A man can't even breathe in your direction type shit. It felt like I had a Mormon dad, but worse. Like, it felt like my dad was like the male equivalent to Norma Bates. And my mama was like Norma Bates or like Gypsy Rose's mama. Yeah. My parents were like, I only had you to be my best friend. I only had you so I could have somebody to bullshit with. I didn't have you so I could be a parent. My mom used to tell me all the time, I wanted a best friend. And I knew I was going to have a daughter and that we were going to be best friends. I'm like, well, look at us now, ho. We hardly hang out. And because I seen what you were once my fucking frontal lobe started to develop as I got older. I was like, oh, my mom's ignorant as shit. And it's not just like everybody in my life pretty much cannot stand my mom. Like, my man puts up with her, and my man and I got her a really nice Christmas gift this past Christmas because she didn't have any money to get me anything. And it was glass Tupperware, and my mom was like, "Oh, I really need, thank you." And he felt really nice. He was like, "I did good." But I'll tell him things that she'll say to me, and he's like, "And why do you think anything different? And why your mama's dumb?" He's like, "We know this. Like, come on now." She had me when she was 21, but my mama was behind mentally. So I would say when she was 21, she probably still had the mind of a 17-year-old. Like, I'm being truthful and honest. My mom is pretty autistic, and so is my fucking dad. Um, so yeah. I'm pretty sure the reason why I have autism is because I'm the product of two autistic, neurodivergent individuals having a child. And then my growing up was not normal. So, and I remember my dad used to ask me, "What are you, fucking retarded?" And that gave me like a complex because I would literally just be sitting there laughing and having a good time and being a goofball. I remember I was like 10 years old and he asked me, "What are you, high?" Like 9 or 10. And I was like, and my mom even looked at him and was like, "And where would she get weed?" And he was like, "Well, I started smoking weed when I was 12. So, I know that." And my mom was like, "Well, this isn't 9 Mile. And I don't think that I think that she's too scared to even find somebody to go fucking like," and yes, my mom is true. Because of the fear of getting beat by my dad. If I was buying weed as a high schooler or as a middle schooler, I probably would have been shitting my pants while doing so. Okay? I'm like, let's be fucking real. The one time I did take my friend when she was moving, which I think I've told that story on here, and she wanted to smoke weed for the first time, and she wanted to do it in a safe environment with people that she knew, and it was her last hoorah before leaving. We was loaded with Febreze, perfume, body sprays, fucking deodorant sticks, perfume roll-on sticks. I came home smelling like that SpongeBob scene when he's going through he's like perfumes and shit. That's what I came home smelling like. My parents knew nothing. They were like, but actually, I did get yelled at in front of my friends that day because we got back late. And after that, they were like, holy shit. And we kind of stopped hanging out anyways. Because I do remember my one friend, she seen how my dad was, and then she heard him arguing with my mother. And she was like, "Are you okay?" Like, and she meant it in the sense of like, I don't mean right now. I mean, like, when we leave, are you gonna be like, what's going on here that you don't tell us? Because she came from, I do remember when we got a little bit older and she was telling me how her dad beat the living shit out of her mom. I did confide in her and only her because none of my other friends had time to listen to my problems, but I always had to listen to fucking theirs. I told her, I was like, my life is a little more closer to yours than you realize, and I can't really talk about it. And she was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "My mama sleeps out on the couch because she's afraid of my dad." I'm like, "He's pretty abusive and he hits on her." And I told her how one year, actually 2 Christmases in a row, the one Christmas he was just freaking out being drunk. And then the next year, he picked up the Christmas tree and threw it at my mom while she was asleep on the couch, and all this glass bulbs landed on her and shit because he was yelling at her because she wouldn't have sex with him. And I could hear the whole conversation while I was asleep in my little bunk bed. Yeah. And my mom kept saying it too. "You know, she can hear you. Your daughter can hear you. She can hear what the fuck you're saying. So I'd watch your tone, I'd watch your mouth, and stop kicking the couch." And he didn't give a fuck. He kept doing that shit. And yeah, he thinks I'm not smart. If I ever catch my dad in public again, his hands on sight, I will. My boyfriend's got a up in this house. Granted, I don't know how to use it. Oh, but I'll learn if I seen that my daddy was in this area, because I keep tabs on him on Ben Verified, that website where you can pay to keep tabs on people. $10 a month, baby. And I get to find out where that motherfucker's at all times. And the bitch who tried to poison me. She doesn't think I keep tabs on her, but I do. Because my whole family, like, that had to deal with that side, like my boyfriend, his brothers, because one of his brothers was dating this bitch when we first moved in there, and then they broke up, and then she wouldn't leave. She stayed the whole 2 years that we pretty much, it was a year and a half longer. So like almost 2 years we lived at this fucking ghetto ass house. And yeah, I was not impressed with her. One of these days I kind of feel like name dropping her ass and talking some mad shit on her because she thinks that she's a fucking saint. She's crazy. She's absolutely crazy. She's narcissistic. She's crazy. And when I called the cops, because of the juice incident, they didn't want to do anything because basically my boyfriend's brother talked me out of like pressing charges. And I was like, what the like he mentally gaslit me. And my boyfriend was there and he didn't really know what to do because he doesn't want to take my side and he doesn't want to take his brother's side. Like he wants to be just neutral in this situation, but also his brother's looking at him like, aren't you gonna fucking take my side? And he's like, I ain't catching no flack from my girl, bro. Sorry. Like, I ain't taking nobody's side, okay? She can be mad and you can stay pressed as well. Type shit. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Looking at his brother. And yeah, this bitch, I still hear about her. I guess she like ran away. When she left, she tore up his hardwood floor and shit. She has this giant chair that she took all the way from California to Michigan. And then, because it's her cat's chair, her cat can't live without it. So yeah, this dude that she left him for, and it didn't even work out. They adopted all these dogs with each other. And yeah, she comes crawling back to Michigan, and now she's got some boyfriend who looks a lot like one of the other guys, like in my boyfriend's brother's friend group. And this guy was a swinger. And two couples in the friend group basically traded wives and all broke up. And now they're all co parenting all their fucking 8 children together and shit. And it's messy. And I knew that they were all fucking swingers, let me tell you. Um, I told my boyfriend that, like, and he was like, oh yeah, they all fuck. He's like, in high school, they all had he was like, no, I don't know if my brothers were involved, but he's like, they all had an orgy in high school, like the whole friend group together. And I was like all of them? And he was like, they called it like it was like, it was The Shining. No, it's, not The Shining. It, when all the kids, this part in the book when they all emotionally bond in the woods with each other, that's what they all did in high school. That's gross. I'm sorry, but me and my friend group wouldn't do that shit. Me and my one friend are like brother and sister, so what the fuck? I'm like, excuse me? Yeah, no, I consider my male friends like my brothers that I never had. So why am I gonna go have sex with all of them? Holy fuck. Like, that seems so wild and strange to me. I have been on here for 44 minutes and I have yet to even. I don't know where my cats went. Whenever it's so quiet, I always think, what are they getting into? But yeah, I'm gonna be a hotel lady. I'm fucking excited. I do not, man, I did not want to work at McDonald's. And I'm so glad. I only had to work there 3 days and I got out of that shit. Like, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have. It's not in me to wanna, and also, yeah, I don't like ordering food for people because I don't even like ordering food for myself. It's very stressful. I'm always a mobile orderer. Always. You will never catch me, or I'll go inside to the kiosk, but I'm not going inside to speak to the front counter. I go inside because I noticed two people when I was doing front counter, they ordered at the kiosk and then they came up to pay it with me. And they were like, yeah, that's an option. And I'm like, the fucking kiosk has two card readers. Do not fucking come up to me and hand me cash, bitch. Pay with your fucking card. That's the point of the kiosk, is so we don't have to do work. Truthfully. Like, that's why it got put in there during COVID times. So you wouldn't have to be close to people and stuff. And so you go inside, get your stuff real quick, leave. Everybody could be 6 feet waiting for their stuff. Like, that's why that was a thing. Pisses me the hell off. I was like, dude. And they had me cleaning the restaurant, which, she was like, in between when you're just doing front counter and there's downtime, you can wipe off tables. And I did do that. And it made me feel like I was at Applebee's again because I was a bus girl, hosts bus tables in between. There might be another one, I don't know. Um, but yeah, if you've never hosted, uh, you bus tables in between because you're not just sitting there. They don't want you just stand there. And I remember my one manager at the one that I worked at would say, "We, if you're leaning, you got time." Type shit. He was like, "If you're leaning, you could be cleaning." Because we had our host stand and girls with, like, legs like this, kind of lean up against it because you can't sit. Or they'd lean up against the outside door to, like, let people in, but they just want to lean. And he'd be like, "Ms. Wixon, if we lean and we clean, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, look, host stands are," and he's just like, "All right, guess you got time to lean." He's like, "But, watch that door." I was like, "I know, sir." Like, David loved me. Charles was more follow by the rules, but he also did like me. He was always, they all both called me Miss Wixon, like Miss Wixon, and they were like they were my Key and Peele. David was short, fat, black guy, and Charles was tall, skinny, bald, black guy. And they looked like Key and Peele. And I'm not just saying because, they looked like them. It was hilarious. And we all started calling them Applebee's Key and Peele. And I think that's why Charles did like me a lot because he was like, "You started that dumbass joke." And I was like, "Well, you look like Keegan Michael Key and he looks like Jordan Peele." He was just like, "I guess." And he's like, "So you think I'm funny then?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, you have me laughing. When you're telling me to lean and not clean or whatever, I'm like, yes, you have me laughing. The way that they would both say my name, I'm like, yeah." And then crazy stuff would happen where the cops would come in, or one time a dude, big man, because he was tall. He was tall enough that when he fell at the booth, his head hit the bar. Like he went, and we were like, holy shit. And he fell by a table. And so the lady and the husband eating, she like grabs her napkins and she starts to fan him. And um, she's like grabbing his head and like crumpling up napkins. Like she was doing awesome. And I did it too. Got like cloths and put it under his head. And she was asking, and I was fanning him. And she was like, "Are you a diabetic? Are you a diabetic?" And he was like, "I am. Yes, I am." And he was kind of in between coming to. She was like, "Oh, you're having a sugar." She was like, "Can we get him like something like substantial to eat or something?" Because he was just at the bar drinking. And she's like, "He's like crashing." and we called the ambulance and they came and helped him. He was fine. But yeah, he was having an attack. And I was training a girl, she fucking boom on me. I was like, and I know I've told that story on here, where I was just like the mom was so beside herself and I told her and she was like, "This has never happened." And I was like, "But she's okay now." I was like, "Shit, should I even told her?" But I was like, she has to know what happened to her daughter. But I could see like when I was explaining, like, yeah, so she went down and like her legs were like that, and I tried to, and I'm like, I've never seen anybody fall like that, but I'm like, my boyfriend's always told me, when somebody falls with their legs crumpled like that, you have to make sure because they don't have any control over those joints, and that can really fuck up your legs and stuff because you didn't have knowledge to fall correctly. So your legs are all just like fucked up, and that could really affect your knees. And so I told the mother, I was like, I moved her legs for her. And she was like, oh my God, like, she was like about to cry. And so I was like, it's okay. And I was like, she's gonna be okay. She literally came to like right after. It was so crazy because I was like, I thought she was still gonna be out. And I'm like, so maybe she just didn't eat right this morning, I'm like, sometimes I really do feel like I'm gonna pass out when I don't eat in the morning at like once it's been like 6 hours and I'm like, all right, I'm going to die. I'm like jittery and also I haven't smoked weed. And I asked her, I was like, does she smoke at all? Or she was like, not that I know of. And I was like, well, you know, make sure to ask her like all these things and because yeah, I'm like marijuana could definitely like affect your diet and how you feel during the day. And if she didn't smoke and if she didn't eat, well, she's crashing out. Her body is, yeah, like if all she had was an energy drink today. But no, she ended up finding out that she was diabetic too. She's like, she came in 2 days later and she was like, yeah, I went to the doctor and they told me that I'm type 2 diabetic. She was like, I'm so fucking skinny. Like, what do you mean? And yeah, she was like, I guess I just eat like shit. But it's not always like, I always say, I believe that diabetes is mostly genetic. Like, it doesn't matter. I've seen lots of skinny people have diabetes. Like, it's all in your blood and how you eat and things like that. So yeah, you could be super skinny and you can still have diabetes. So it don't matter. Um, but yeah, keep saying I was going to check on my cats. I should probably go do that. I hope they're just sleeping. They was sleeping before, but then the brother, Hamnewt, started biting up on her neck and stuff like he does. Because he's like, oh, that spot looks good. Hank, Hank. And then she gets up and he takes the spot. I'm like, that's rude. So I'm gonna go find them real quick. Easy baby. Oh, she takes the He's sniffing a box. He's like he does the thing where he like sniffs it and then like rubs his teeth and his gums on stuff. It's usually like the corner or something. So I think he does that to smell, taste, and clean his teeth a little bit. He's like, meh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here. Is it a little too bright for you? Oh, I'm a little. Oh, holy. Oh, Lord. I don't know. Maybe I should leave. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can sit up there. It's okay. Or you can go up there in the window too. That's cool. But I think I'm gonna turn there. You need to see me a little bit. There he goes. He wants to look at. There's probably fireworks or something, or June bugs. He's been watching June bugs, fireflies. Uh, I got yes, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I've already got some. We can show this on stream, right? Just some tiggle bitty. Oh yeah. You like my buffaloes? I believe that was from. I'm pretty sure my boyfriend got this from Yellowstone. Um, you see her? See the tibbies? See the tiggle bibbies? That is Rohan, I believe. Rohan is her name. Rowan. I like when I say because that's from Lord of the Rings, the family of Rohan and stuff like that. But I also bookmarked this picture because you can see. Wow. Huh. The shield is different. Now, in the show, that one girl paints his shield for him, but the shield is different here. It's like somebody hanging, and it looks like Egg. I'm like, did Egg paint that for him, or did she paint it? And it's foreshadowing because, yeah, Egg ends up becoming a tyrant king. He's the one who fucking causes Summerhall and burns everything down. But he looks so. I just really like that picture with like the greenery around and his two horses. Actually, it's probably two horses and a mule. 'Cause the mule's got like a little hat and it matches Egg's hat. He had he and Egg concealed themselves behind a thorn bush. Dunk slung his shield and slipped it into his arm. It was an old thing, tall and heavy, kite-shaped, made of pine and rimmed with iron. He had bought it in Stony Sept to replace the shield the Longlich had hacked to splinters when they fought. Dunk had not had time to have it painted with his elm and shooting star, so it still bore arms. Oh, a hanged man swinging grim and gray beneath a gallows tree. It was not a sigil that he would have chosen for himself, but the shield had come cheap. I think it's foreshadowing. Yeah, not one that he would chosen for himself, but one that destiny has chose for him. I just, I very much love. You see that? What are you doing? Doing big puppy. Oh yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Are you so poop tinky? You don't need to be, God, it's starting to get hot as a bitch in here. All right, come on. You don't need the calimbra. Don't you step on this thing. I've got my case with all my figurines and stuff in it. I could turn this, but I don't really wanna. Um, but yeah, I really like the positive masculinity that is in this A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms show. Uh, they do masculinity in such a like rewarding, and Dunk is just he's sweet, he's kind, he's steadfast in his own ways. He People think that he's tall, big, and a lunk, but really, there's that part where him and Lionel Baratheon are speaking, and he's wearing Lionel's headpiece, and he's asking him for advice, but you know that he very much is very self-aware, and he knows what's going to happen to him. And even Lionel is like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. And he's just like, guess you better fucking pray. And yeah, I love that scene, especially too, because when he takes the headpiece back and he steps over all the shit and everything, he runs into like a couple who's like dancing and he does the whole like, oh, sorry thing. Or he's like, oh, excuse me. And then, yeah, he acts like he doesn't remember Dunk. When he calls him for the rope race, he like is just like, you. And he acts like he doesn't know him, and it's like, was he so drunk that night? And I think he was, yes, that he was so fucking shit-faced that he doesn't even remember meeting him, but he's like, you, come here. And Egg, he like looks at him like, because he's on the rope with his legs and everything, and he's just like this. He's looking at the boy like, that's not doing shit, but good effort. Like, and the dancing scene, oh my God, the first season of this show, I don't care. I don't care. They're probably going to do, because there's 3 stories in this book, we're probably going to get 3 seasons, I'm assuming. It would be stupid to do more than that, I think. I think what they should, first season, first story, which, yes, is pretty much how that all went. Because then the second story, I'm pretty sure, begins into them going on their journey. And then the third season should be, because they're going to have 10-year gaps. Dunk is going to be played by the same guy the whole time. Because by the time Summerhall happens, I think he's like in his 40s or something. Probably. And Dunk, or Egg, is like... Because Egg ends up having kids, and he ends up having grandchildren. Because he makes a comment about one of his son's children having Dornish blood, even though I'm pretty sure Egg's wife, his son, is a brunette. What the fuck are you being racist about your own son? But it's like he doesn't care. He's thinking about the perfect bloodline, and he's too worried about hatching those fucking dragon eggs, and he doesn't fucking care about anything anymore. He literally turns and becomes everything that he hates. And it's just to show what trauma, because like it's like me when I was a kid, or any kid. You're full of wonder, and and you go through life, and it's like, what the fuck? And I still try to be very optimistic and things, and but life can really fuck you up. And like, I thought I wanted kids for a long time when I was growing up, but then also I would always get that feeling deep down of like, what am I gonna do with a kid? Like, they can't hang out and play video games till they get a little bit older. Like, and I never wanted to babysit. I never had an interest. And every time I thought about when I worked at a Kroger, I was helping an old man lift some stuff, and he told me, "Oh, no, we're not gonna have you do that. No, you're calling a man and getting a man out there." And then he goes and points down here. I'm like standing. I'll show you. I'm like standing like this, and he points and he goes to this area. And he goes, we wanna protect all that. You wanna be able to have a baby, don't you? And I literally looked at this old man, and I looked down, like, yeah, at my fucking womb, and I was like, I don't want children. I actually can't stand kids. I was like, I've never had that want to like be fat for 9 months. And I'm like, and I think it's pretty gross and torturous for men to get women pregnant because they're just like okay with torturing their woman for 9 months basically. Like I don't give a fuck if a guy wants a kid. He's torturing a woman in the process, okay? And as much as she says that, "Oh my God, I love it. I feel so feminine." Bitch, you're fat. Let's be real, okay? Like my mom would always say that shit. Hemorrhoids. All right, I should have told that old man. I don't think I want hemorrhoids. Mm-mm. I don't want to bleed out my asshole every time I take a shit, or have to feel like I'm taking a gigantic shit to push a person out my body. I think I'm good. I don't want to shit on the hospital table. Uh, and no, I hate to be this way. Yeah, my main reason, you women who think you shat on a table, dude. I don't give a fuck about how cool you feel about having a kid. You fucking shit, and a bunch of people in that room seen it happen, and they had to clean it up. That's gross. That's nasty. And then your bloody ass placenta. Yeah, that's disgusting. And the fact that you're making people like, granted, doctors get paid to do that shit, but I don't believe that nobody should have to be dealing with that shit. Oh my God, if I had it my way, pregnancy would be illegal in all 50 states. Like, you want a kid? Go fucking figure out a different way in a different country to do that shit. Not here. We don't torture women. If I was president, if I was the first female president, I would ban marriage and I would ban pregnancy. Because those are the two main things that men use to trap and control women is marriage and kids and making them get a fucking terrible job that they hate. And usually that job is working in the home, being a housewife. No. I'm like, women shouldn't have to work at all. Period. Is what I believe. Women shouldn't have to fucking work. Men shouldn't have to fucking work. Our country should just take care of us. And nobody should be forced to have kids. If you don't want kids, you shouldn't have to fucking have them. Or if you want a kid, you should fucking adopt a kid first, is what I think. There are so many kids in the system. I should have been a kid who was adopted out. If I would have been raised by a normal family and not by my narcissistic mother and my alcoholic, yeah, autistic dad, I probably would have been mentally more stable and also gotten a autism diagnosis myself sooner because I would have been raised by people who had money and smarts. Like my parents, I don't know what they thought. My mom, cuz yeah, she said she didn't want an abortion, she wanted me, but she should have given me up for adoption. She should have done the right fucking thing and given me up to somebody who had more money to take care of me. I could have gone to a better school system, probably. Like, it baffles my fucking mind. And like my sister-in-law is they're adopting a kid. They tried for a really long time to have kids and they can't. But that's what I wanted them to do in the first fucking place. So I'm kind of like, because I've been telling everybody in my personal life too. I believe before you fucking pop one out, you should legally have to go adopt a kid because you can adopt any age. So you could adopt a teenager and already learn, like, so what's raising the teen phase gonna be like? So then if I did do IVF and have a baby, I would know, like, well, I already did the teen phase. Or you get a baby and you'd be like, well, I didn't have to be pregnant, but I have a baby. Like a little baby from America, India, China. Like, Michael Jackson wanted to adopt a child of every color and every creed. And I think that, like Angelina Jolie, which Angelina Jolie was not the first woman to do that, by the way. She took that whole idea from another very famous lady who I can't think of right now, but she and her husband adopted all of these kids. from China, from all over. They ended up having 9 kids in total, I believe. And when I looked at the comments, everybody was like, "This is the blueprint for Angelina Jolie." Like, she walked or she ran so Angelina Jolie could walk. And yeah, I do think, and I've always told my mans, I don't wanna. I've reached that point. I'm 27 years old. I know what I want. I do not want to have a kid. I have a kid. His name is Hannibal, and her name is Carlia. Baby girl, I call it. Her real name is Carlia, which is a the reptile from Skyrim. When uh, no, that's Baldur's Gate 3. Mercer Frey. I was gonna say Voss, the Githyanki, but no, it's Mercer Frey, the Steely Clan, the Thieves Guild. The Steely Clan. Steely Dan and the Steely Clan. um, yes. She is named after, and I should pull up actually. Like, what did Carlia look like? Carlia Skyrim. Deep Woken. Carlia is a selfish and manipulative bitch. I've come to the conclusion that Carlia is a selfish and manipulative bitch. During the Thieves Guild questline, Carlia takes you to Twilight Sepulchre to become Nightingales. At first glance, it seems pretty cool. Yeah, you get awesome powers, and then you realize you have to swear an oath that basically entails you to being a nocturnal forever, which is basically being a vampire. During that same quest, you become a Nightingale, Carlia. So I did want to name my cat after a Khajiit, but I couldn't really find a Khajiit name that I liked. And I always liked how Mercer Frey would say Carlia. Carlia. Mercer Frey's voice is one of the few different voices in Skyrim. I love Ulfric Stormcloak's voice. Oh my god. I would ride that man till fucking kingdom come. Don't even get me started. I would. mm, Him, double time him and Thorin Oakenshield. It's game over. That pussy going to sleep midnight. Put that pussy to sleep. Uh, yeah, I love Mercer Frey too. The fuck, he could get it. I don't care. Both of the twins from they're werewolves. You know what I'm talking about. That clan. Oh my goodness. What was the one brother? It's coming to me. What was his name? Vargas? Yeah. And because I always think of Killian Philly from Lord of the Rings. I was and I don't know why I didn't get into D&D sooner as a kid, because I used to watch Lord of the Rings every weekend while playing Skyrim. Like, I was fully immersed. And I still have not been to a Renfest. The Renfest always happens in Michigan. It's in Novi, I think. It happens every year. It's the Renfest in Michigan, or at least the one that everybody talks about. I worked with a dude at Sam's Club who works vendoring at Renfest, and he would take time off from Sam's Club work to work Renfest, which is crazy. He's like, "Yeah, I got Renfest stuff coming up," and because he would help set up, like he's part of the community people who put it all together. Him and his girlfriend, wife, they got married. Um, this guy was always really cool. He looks like one of those bridge dancing, like like he looks like those people. He had shaved on the side, black swoop hair, tattoos a little bit, brow ring. Um, looks like when he's out of work, I could picture him like a Marilyn Manson type vibe with like eyeliner and with his hair all done and like yeah, he would always wear those pants too with like all the pockets, the chain, and like the metal, like yeah, he was always I know that he's a fucking under bridge dancer. I know. Oh, I don't remember what they call those kids. I would just call them scene emo kids. I was like, oh, there's the Hot Topic kids doing a rave under the bridge. Like, oh, and I love Hot Topic, don't get me wrong, girl. I still wear my Attila sweatshirt to this day. Motherfucking pizza. I love Attila. Attila is so damn good. Um, Even though they've been through a lot of controversies, I watched that guy go through 2 marriages, and I even commented on his Instagram one time, and he did not like my comment, and he replied back to it. And I was like, huh, funny when Michigan is like your biggest cash cow, and everybody always says, Michigan's going fucking hard, dude. Any concert I've been to, I went to Game Grumps live, and Danny was like, holy shit, Michigan. He was like, Grand Rapids, you're fucking it. Yeah, that was in Grand Rapids too. That was amazing. I got to go to Grand Rapids again to see Game Grumps. And it felt, I was like, is this the same auditorium that my fucking competition and shit was at? Because it really did feel like the same. And oh man, Dad Bod was there. And he did a dance competition. And there's this guy who, because even when Aaron and Danny came out, they were like, before our thing, like, there's always some lore that we're walking out to from Dad Bod. And there was a guy who was dancing. Because, like, when Dad Bot did his thing, like, rando people just get up and start dancing. Then he'd be like, all right, you, all right, come here. And we're gonna, And it was kind of like in and out the dance circle type thing. And like, all right, hop out, hop in. And he went to the bathroom. And up in my corner and everything, we were all like, all right, when he gets back, I think his name was Steve or Steven. And we were like, Steven, 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 Steven. He was like, coming out the bathroom. And Dad Bod was like, Steven, Steven. And so then Game Grumps comes out and they're like, so who the fuck is Steven? And what was he doing so much? Like, all right, okay, Steven. And he was like twerking a little bit. And they were like, oh shit. It was so amazing. I felt like I was like, for the first time, I'm in a room full of my people, just fucking autistic. Because my boyfriend can't with the Game Grumps sometimes. He's like, it's all you listen to. It is all you watch in between, like, yeah, more autistic shit, like American Dad, Roger Comps. And he'll see a Roger Comp in my YouTube when it's like signed into the TV when he's like switching to his, and he's like, how many of these have you watched? And then he'll see the Sonic AI dubs where he's like, "Hoy ma chicken na banana, he da da da, hoy like the cat spinning. Hoy And yeah, he's like, have you just been high doing this all day? What the fuck? I'm like, yes, yes, I have. But yeah, I don't know, man. Ham, why are you just sitting at the he knows his man's coming back this week. Porter is supposed to come back this week. Why are you staring at the door? Do you want Shelby to come back? He really did like having her over. She took her slippers off and he was rubbing his face all over her toesies and he was being such a good boy. Don't knock that over. Those are all my recycle boxes. I keep them in that box and we recycle him. He's just a big baby. I tell him not to do things, and he's like, okay, so I do it real careful then. Okay. Like, no. Yeah, I'm watching him. He's gonna end up, he's trying to get in the box, but I'm like, there's boxes in there. You're not gonna fit. And if even if you fit, you're gonna be very uncomfortable. Like, there's probably gonna be a box like in your side, and you're gonna be sitting there like, eh. Like, yeah, and he'll always be like, I'm enjoying this. I meant to do yes. And you can tell like he's like, all right, I gotta get out of this. Like I'm not comfortable. He not hurt nothing. I didn't think that was that much in my lungs. Holy shit. I know it says that I should be playing Sims, but a lot of times I just want to come on here and chit chat. And it's like I have friends to be doing that with. I have a friend who I should be texting him. I talked about it the last time I was on stream. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, my man said tomorrow's their last day. He's in Idaho right now. And we'll be heading home after another long day of work. Drive safe. Little hearts. I hope work goes smoothly for y'all. He'll be back like oh, when they do good time. He's telling me they're leaving tomorrow. On Tuesday, it's Tuesday now. Uh so maybe he means I'm assuming he means he's gonna go to bed. And where he's at, I don't think it's midnight yet. So it's still Monday. Pretty sure they're gonna wrap up Tuesday afternoon today. Um, and then he will drive all the way from Idaho back to Michigan, and he works with his friend. Like this guy watched him grow up, and so the friend loves to just like they'll be like, "So are we gonna get a hotel for the night?" And he's like, "Oh, I thought we were driving straight through." From Idaho, it's probably they are gonna have to get a hotel. I don't think they can do that drive. They can't in one night. I know for a fact. So yes, they're going to have to get a hotel at some point. And I feel like he'll be back Thursday. Yeah. And my first day of work, since it's Tuesday right now, technically, and I do be saying the same stuff, like until I go to bed, it's still like, I'm saying tomorrow. But yeah, Wednesday is my first day working at the hotel. Oh my God. I cannot believe I'm working at a hotel. And I've been watching Twin Peaks and I played the game Lake where you're the post office girl and you're going around and I really feel like the boy who when you go there and he's like playing Galaga and you can hear it. It's like pew, 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 and he doesn't really look at you. He's still like engrossed in his game. And she's like, "A package for you?" And he's just like, "Uh-huh. I gotta beat this. If I don't beat this, I'm gonna have to do it all over again. And I can't save," type shit. And she's like, uh, "Okay. Well, I'll just leave this here and have a good day." And you can kind of get him to open up to you a little bit as you more like you have to kind of be hard on him a little bit, like, "Why do you keep playing if you're not winning?" type stuff. And then he's like, "Hey." Then he does think about it and he's like, "You're right. I could be out, like, actually, like, meeting people and doing things other than," and he's like, "And I probably should do my job while I'm at work." Uh, but yeah, and then there's the hotel in Twin Peaks. Like, yeah, I just really feel like if anything spoopy happens, that they're like, "Yeah, one of these rooms is haunted. Like, everybody says this room is haunted." Like, that's the type of shit I'm looking forward to. And I am looking forward to when I'm working there and the first night that they're like, I gotta call the cops basically, because I know shit happens at a hotel. People get rowdy. People will come up to the desk late at night probably and be like, "So the people that are in the room next to us are being so loud," or I hear them having like a domestic, like something is going on, or there's a wedding happening. Like, but in the area that I'm in, I'm thinking it's mostly going to be, it's not a city where I think you would really have a wedding unless you're by the lakefront property. So it's probably going to be a lot of business people, people just staying in, I guess I don't think, because there is the airport. So yeah, people really come for work. Sometimes people just stay in a hotel, just stay in a hotel. And yeah, like, let's go fuck on a hotel bed and go to the hot tub. Like, my boyfriend's friends who live nearby do that shit all the time. They'll like get a hotel even though they don't fucking have the money for it. That's a whole other story I don't want to talk about. My boyfriend had to pay their rent. And yeah. I was pissed off about that shit because he's already having to help me pay my bills at the time. And I'm like, not that like, I'm pissed like type ish, like you're taking my boyfriend's money away from me. But I'm like, no, like he had to give me money for my car payment and then we had to pay our rent on top of their rent. But he got him back. I hear. My boyfriend was like, he paid me back. I'm like, okay, in twisted teas or in money? Because like you need money. And yeah. Oh, and yeah. I feel like I've said this before on stream. I'm like, I don't know if my mic ever hears me ripping ass, but occasionally I do be. I got IBS. A girl be ripping ass. So if you ever hear, just be mindful. It happens. I am, yeah, a game grown Fran at heart. We love the poop. We love the fart. All Aaron does is poop and fart. Oh my lord. That one story. We're getting to pull on the highway and I have to shit now. He's like, pull over, I got shit. And he's like, we had to find, he took a shit in a police bathroom and he said that it was just a normal bathroom. And Danny was like, what did you expect? They're gonna have like medals of honor and guns hanging up. Like, yeah, of course it's a fucking regular bathroom. He's like, well, I don't know. They acted like they didn't want me to use it. Like they didn't want me to gussy it up or something. And well, cause yeah, they're like, and this is a police station. And he's like, I know, I have to shit. I have to shit now. Just they're just like, okay. Like, yes, like I would be too confused as a like police officer working the desk. I'd be like, and you really couldn't like find a gas station? And it's like, but if you know that your station is in the middle of fucking nowhere, then come on. So funny. I usually put on the puff break screen. We don't care about that shit right now. Because I've noticed that YouTube hasn't said anything about it at all. They don't know what it is. And it's like if they have an AI too, like it's not, it doesn't flag. I always thought it would. It don't. I think it's just if you mention like what it is, but it's so funny. But yeah, I was gonna play Sims. I had made a new girl, I think. Let me pull up the pictures. Cause I was starting what's it called? There's a 100 baby challenge. Yes, here she is, the queen I just made. I was doing, I should load up my Sims game. I should because, and another reason, MCC updated today. And let me see. Let me go put my mail. Oh, you can't see my mail, can you? No. Summer Street, yeah. Steam sale. My boyfriend got Detroit Become Human. He was like, I know you liked that one. And I'm like, let's be real, let's be specific. I specifically like it because not only did Neil Newbon do the voice for Gavin Reed, he is Kamsky, like his face model and his voice, but I loved that game before I played Baldur's Gate. And then when I put two and two together, I was like, so he's just always been a part of my but I love fucking I love Connor. I love Connor and I love Hank. And yeah, like Hank is the guy who voices Mr. Krabs. Clancy Brown, I believe is his name. He's so, so handsome. Oh my God. He did this movie, I should look it up, where he's like got like a pencil thin mustache and he's like in a suit and tie and just the businessy way he's talking. I'm like, oh my God, I want to sit on his lap while he signs paperwork. The fuck? I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna look it up. Clancy Brown. Oh my God. His hair. He has like luscious, like, yeah, he looks like Hank. And boy, bro. There's one audio. This guy's like, Hank, I'm gonna suck you dry, Hank. And he's like, Hanky, Hank. And Game Grumps said the same thing, like, I want to know, what are my chances with Hank? What are my chances? He's like, what the fuck, Hank? What are my chances? Oh, him. Haven't heard any fireworks tonight, which is surprising because I've seen a few on my way back from Walmart. I got the chantilly cake from Walmart because everybody be raving up their booty hole about the Costco or Sam's Club chantilly cake. I'm gonna look that up too. We're gonna look all this up together. Like, let me see. Can I set up a new screen for? Why are you playing with the window thingy? You know they're broken. Don't climb up on the figure case. Oh, yes, you can come here. Hi, Dewey. Hey, Dewey. There he is. I show you his tail. Beep. Get up on that mini fridge. Get up. They love to sit on the mini fridge. They think that like this lamp thing is like where you see his head like sticking. It's a lamp that has like the shelves where you can put books and things, or like a candle, or I see a lot of people with salt rock lamp on. Um, and then I have a mini fridge. It's the pink one that Sam's Club was selling a couple years back. They had Coca-Cola red, a blue one, I believe. I got the baby pink one because she goes with all my pink stuff. She needs a cleaning and she needs to be fucking started for this summer because it's been hot and I just want to keep mini cans of pop in there, but haven't had it plugged in. I'm gonna make a screen that I can use, or was it scene? We'll name this browser. We'll put it under be right back. So sorry, you're gonna watch me create sources. Uh, camera, video capture device. Come on, get down. Now you're being bad Bowie. Come on. Oh, sorry. You're not going in there neither. Oh my goodness. Um, webcam, I'll just name it. Make source visible. Okay. Okay. So we got webcam. Boom. Hey, oh my, get out of there. Get out of there. Come. Hey, now. Get out of there. Get. He's going in my cord cubby, my desk. My desk actually comes apart in two pieces. But what we're gonna do is take this. We're gonna make her small. Very, very small. Let's go back to gaming. So that's how my gaming one looks. Can I? Okay. Sources, boom. Image. Mush overlay. Browse. Not program files, Jesus Christ. Desktop. Streams. Mushroom overlays. Overlays. Full screen. Open. Okie dokie. And then, you know what the sitch is. I gotta make it scoop. Scoop. Put it in the, not small enough. Gotta put you in the corner and then size you. Yes, like that. It'll snap. And then you go, boop, and it snaps. And then we'll put that under the webcam for right now. Holy shit. And then the webcam will make, so I want to make the webcam. I was making my like TikTok stream stuff the other day and it would not set like this and it was pissing me the fuck off. I'll get mad first. Webcam under. All right. So scenes, we're going to go to source, display capture, web page. Wait a minute. Let me go to gaming and look at my sources. I've got window capture, right? So when I go here, the scene is display capture. Hold on. Because usually it says any full screen. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna remove that and add, it's called, I did window capture, that's what it is. Web page. Select a window to capture Google Chrome. Capture method, automatic, capture cursor, client area. What is client area? I don't know. But we gotta set this to size now too. I do like it like this because I do want to hide. I think I want to hide the top, you know, whatever it's called. Oh my God, look at that. That's perfect. Dog. This is perfect because a lot of times I just sit here and I'm Googling shit and I want to show you guys stuff. Now I feel like Moist Critical. Now I feel like when he's like, bro, that's what we can do. We can do React content now. Cause that's all I do, bitches, is I be reacting to TikToks and shit all day. I can just do that. Cinnamon Toast Ken does that shit all the time. He's always reacting to shit. So does Moist. They're always reacting to the same kind of stuff. Cop shit. And I love that. Let's go find a cop video to watch. Oh my God. But yes, right now we're talking about the king himself, Clancy Brown. But also, there was another thing I was gonna look up. Oh, Sam's Club, Walmart, Chantilly cake. Sam's Club Chantilly cake. images. See? So it's got fruit on the top, right? And then what do we see? And I love that you can see like my reactions, like, shit, you know what? I should put my camera on for my gaming stuff too, shouldn't I? Because I've had my video capture off. Oh, what is that? Wait a minute. Video capture. Is it not working? Hold on. Huh. So yeah, I should have my face on when I am actually gaming. Because it's always this picture of myself. Let's see. Let me go to wouldn't have to do it you need me to make you cry. And I know that you feel it, and I know that you're ready to make you cry. And I know, and I know. Didn't mean to make you frown. Where can I put her? Where she's not gonna be a distraction. I do like her here. Can make her a little smaller and put her like right here-ish. I want most of her to show though, you know? Like, that's good because she's got leaves on her and stuff. There we go. That's good. And then we'll go back to this. Oh, is that what it is that I can only use? Because now my camera on here is not working. My webcam is like, oh, hold on. So if I put this off and I go back to here, properties. Yeah, so it's not working anymore on here. So I can only use, that's kind of odd. So yeah, you see how, oh, and the gaming one is not working either. Wait a minute. Yeah, y'all can still hear me. Hold on. Remove. Add. Video capture device. I will just call it 3, sure. There we go. Alrighty. Well, so I guess I gotta add the video capture every time because it doesn't just like save all the settings, I assume, is what's happening. Make it a little smaller there. And we'll put it under. Is it working? Okay, working. Goddamn. All right. And then Sam's Club Chantilly cake, Costco Chantilly cake. Oh, wait a minute. The Costco one I seen is what? How new was this? April 26th? Okay, so they have a new chantilly cake. Yes, this is what I'm thinking of, that one. So the Walmart one looks like this, but it doesn't have the shavings. Walmart chantilly cake. Yes. So you can get it in a slice, and you can get like a cup version where it's like I have a banana pudding one, which I'm kind of feeling, and I'm kind of feeling the lasagna that I bought. It's 1 in the morning, but I took a nap and it wasn't a long nap. And this would be my hours. So when I start work, like my night schedule, and it's evening to, it's afternoon to night. It's 2:30 to 11 p.m. It's 8 hours. Pretty sure I get a break. Pretty sure I get a lunch. I'm assuming I'll have to probably pack a lunch. Oh, this is gonna be so nice. I'm gonna feel like those ladies, the teachers eating their salad when they do the now class, that type of shit. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna feel. Um, but yes, so the Sam's Club chantilly cake doesn't have fruit layer, but the Costco one does. So that's probably why people be raving about it. But the Walmart one is really good, and I really like how you can get it in like cup. This thing. Yeah, a strawberry parfait thing, right? No. Wait. Yeah, it looks like this little cup. Ooh, that one is really good. Um, Walmart's bakery just dropped so many new, yes, these are really good. Um, but yeah, it's like a little cup of, let me go to Walmart. Ooh, yeah, the Subway. They just put an Auntie Anne's pretzel. It's got Auntie Anne's and they got cinnamon stuff at my Walmart. But cake cup. Who? Cake crackers. Clanker language. Um, French style cheesecake. Lemon French style. Ooh, I didn't see that one. I'm a big lemon. I took the banana pudding, but I would have really I'm looking for your what is it? Market lemon fresh cup. I just put in cake cup. Yeah, I just want to look at your bakery hose. Ooh, okay. Walmart bakery half-filled kit cake. Bitch, are we both? You're looking at the image I'm looking at, correct? Right. And you see that this is fucking guacamole with pineapples, right? Yeah, guacamole and pineapple. Mango guacamole. Okay. So why does it say a half-filled cake order? Got me fucked up. I'm looking for, they might not even have it on their website, but it's like what I assume, they make these little cups because they have all these cake scraps from like shaping cakes, doing stuff, frosting for making in the day. And so they just make all these little cups to use up. And it's so dank, so good. The strawberry filling, because I'm not big into like strawberry, like I don't like the textures in jellies. I always get like seedless, fruit textureless is just jelly, like cranberry jelly at Thanksgiving. And you know what kind of jelly? I'm talking about the jelly that everybody as a child had on their goddamn peanut butter and jelly sandy. Most kids didn't grow up on fruit preserves. Granted, my granny would do that for me. She loved blueberry preserves, but what I would do at her house that I still do to this day, and she'll laugh. She's like, "You did that at my house because I taught you how." She made me a bagel, I remember she asked me, "Do you just want half of the bagel? Or you want a whole bagel?" And I was like, "I'm hungry. I think I can handle a whole bagel." She was like, "Okay." And she was like, "What do you want on it?" And I was like, "I don't really know. What do you got?" And she would always open the fridge for me and we'd stand there together and she's like, "Well, I got plain, I got garden vegetable." And I was like, "I'll take plain. Do you have anything else?" And she was like, "I like to put these blueberry preserves on mine." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "I know you don't like the textures, but she's like, the blueberries are so tiny in this." Like they were, they're just little. And yeah, oh, to this day, I love to see, like, I'll take some of the preserves and do the like swirl in the cream cheese to like get that like pretty color. And it's so satisfying. And yeah, I've done that ever since my granny's first babysat me. She used to always have a bowl of chocolate covered raisins that I'd be dipping into all day and M&Ms. And yeah, I ate tofu there. Really like spaghetti squash when she made it. Like I would always come home and my mom would be like, "Wait, you're into olives." My mom was like, "You hate olives." And my grandma had an olive bowl at the table and I was taking green olives with the like stuffings. And my mom was so shook about it. And she was like, she likes them because they're green olives. Black olives, she's like, I don't like black olives either. They've got this like metallic-y, like a penny taste to them. She's like, but a green olive, especially with the pepperoncini in there, a little bit of cheese, she's like, it's a little snack in itself. She loves that. And she's like, and don't you judge her. She was like, if she's getting into new foods, and I was little, she's like, let her eat it. Like, let her, if she likes it, good. Like, she should be eating greens. And yeah, so that's what I would do. Still love me a good olive salad. Oh my God. No black olives, just different kinds of olives with different kinds of little fillings in them. You give me an antipasto salad, antipasto with the pepperoncinis and the yellow pepper. Oh my goodness. I be seeing everybody getting fucking in and out with the either the tomatoes for bun or the onion for bun, and then they bite into that pepper and they put all the juices and they slurp that up. I'm like, God really does exist. My hands just tooted. Can't. It really did. You can kind of hear it. It's going. But yeah. Uh yeah, Clancy Brown. Oh my God. Like, bro, let's get a handful. I love Hank. Hank does look like, yeah, where's Hank? Bitch, if you don't show me Hank, well, this is cartoons, isn't it? Oh my God. And this is what I say when I tell people that I like older men, if they're not old enough to basically be my grandfather, then it's not gonna work out. And nah, this page is getting left open. Uh, young Pacino. Like, dude, come on now. I like this era a lot when he's got the beard. And now, granted, the reason why I'm looking this up is because my own grandfather is Italian. Like, he looks like Al Pacino a little bit. But I love Al Pacino. Oh my God. I used to always say, like, when I get older, I want to find a really nice Italian man who looks like Al Pacino. And my family would always laugh. Porter definitely does not look like, oh, I love this movie. I love, I like your garden. Thanks. You know what they say? If you love a man's garden, gotta love the man. And she just goes into her house. She's like covered in paint. She's like his neighbor. And oh, and I love the movie with Michelle Pfeiffer when he's like a cook and she's like an older at this point, like lady. And there's a scene where she's like, "What do you want from me? What do you want me to give you? I can't give you anything." She's like, "I can't give you kids." She's like, "I already missed my mark for that. Like, what do you want me for?" And he's like, "I love you. I just love you." He's like, "I don't care that you can't do those things. I just want to be with you. And you're trying to find reasons to not be happy and to not let this happen." Because she's very much fucked up from past relationships and she's not easy to trust, but she really does like him. And let me see. Uh, I'll just look up Al Pacino. We'll look at his movies. Like, which one was it that. Yeah, this one's really good. This one, Frankie, right? Yeah, I really like this movie. When Johnny is released from prison following a forgery charge, he quickly lands a job as a short order cook at a New York diner. Following a brief fling with waitress Cora, Frankie develops an attraction for Cora's friend and fellow waitress, Frankie. While Frankie resists Johnny's charms initially, she eventually relents when her best friend, Tim, persuades her to give Johnny a chance. Yeah, it's a very sweet movie. It's cute. I'm big in the old movies and shit. I grew up watching All in the Family, Jeffersons, Sanford and Son. Yeah. Okay, I can sing the whole fucking theme song. Oh, and fucking Home Improvement. Yeah. I watched a lot of old television and then I just got really into watching movies in general because yes, I had a fucked up childhood and movies were a very nice distraction from all of that. So, yeah. A really good movie is, of course, you can see the girl. I've already looked her up because my hair's kind of starting to look like Mary Stuart Masterson's hair, which, or straight up, I'm trying to go for this look. Oh, I loved him. Christopher Walken, despite there's a really fucked up right scene in this movie um that he does and yeah, he ends up killing his other son, almost killing. This is based on a true story. Uh but yeah, this movie is oh, I love this scene. What do you want me to say? I love you? I got a feeling for you? Yeah, I love you. He's like, you love me, Dad? He starts shooting at him. He's like, whoa, whoa. Christopher Walken, the way he always thought, he's like, wow, wow. It's like, all right. And he's like, okay. Because he found this gun. Christopher Walken tells him, I always keep a gun inside the tank of my toilet, like the Godfather when he goes into the in the restaurant. And yeah, it's a thing people have always done. And yeah, he goes into the bathroom after getting shot up by a bunch of dudes that his dad sent to kill him. She dies. That's because that's his girlfriend. They were about to leave Hop Town with each other. They had plans. She was telling him they go live with her cousin. She was like, she's got a baby. She's like talking about the baby and stuff. Obviously, like dreaming, like we could have a kid, we could have a future. And nope. Yeah, his dad's an asshole and ruins it all. And he ends up testifying against his father in court. It's all a true story. Uh, but when I watched this movie, of course, my dad showed it to me, and I feel like he would watch it and feel like him and his brother against his dad because his dad didn't like him. But I watch it and it's like I'm him and that's my dad. Like, what do you want me to say? I love you? That's some shit my dad would say to me nowadays if I seen him. He'd be like, I got a feeling for you. I'd be like, no, you don't. You're an asshole and every wanted was everything for your fucking self. The moment I got my license, it was, hey, drive me up to the liquor store. Take me to go get cigarettes. How about get fucked and bent, dude? Like, I'm not your little slave just because you had me and I'm your blood. I'm like, whatever. What else is a really good movie? I'm like trying to think of, and I do have a list on my phone of like all my favorite movies. Like I'm trying to think of old stuff. Oh, another Christopher Walken movie. What is it? Okay, we're just gonna look up Christopher Walken at this point because I want to talk about The Omen. No. Yeah, The Omen. And another movie that he did, which is a Stephen King movie, where he like sees the future. He's like I know the scene. He like wakes up and he like grabs the nurse's arm and he's like sweating because he's seeing a house fire. It's like Will Graham in a way. Like he's like at the scene and he's like, they're burning. She's like, what? And he's like, you gotta call an ambulance to this place. The address. He's like, please. And she's like, let go of me type shit. And no, but she's like, you were right. She's like, I called and there was a fire. Chris Nolan? No, Christopher Walken. What? Oops. I just hit enter because I just thought that it was gonna go off of my. Because yeah, I'm trying to look for it. Yeah, this movie's fucking great. And of course, yeah, click. The Dead Zone and The Prophecy. Yes, I used to watch The Prophecy over and over again as a kid. Prophecy is and the guy who played Satan, that's Viggo Morton. Yep. Uh-huh. I would be watching this movie like, fucking Aragorn is Satan. And he did his hair, the way his hair looks. I I pictured like chicken feathers or like pigeon feathers, like the way that and I kind of want mine to do that, but yeah, I'd have to have real long. Like I don't want to have to be able to slick it back. I like the spiky. I like the texture. Like it's very soft. Let's see. Yeah, there's the cast. So basically, he is Gabriel, and this guy, I believe, is a pastor or a researcher. She's the teacher in the town, and this little girl gets a demon inside of her that he puts there. Not this little girl. It's like a little, I believe she's Indian. She's on a reservation type living, and there's this amazing scene when he walks into the church. Yes. Can I show? I don't know if I can, because I'm like, am I gonna get in trouble for? But basically, he's like, you want to know how you got that dent? And everybody has it, like the dent right there. And he's like, something about like God and Satan was like speaking to you in the womb. And he looked at me and said, shh. And he does that all the time, like throughout the movie. There's 3 films, I believe, and the other ones aren't as good as the first one, but his acting is fucking prime. Um, and then yes, we have The Dead Zone. The Dead Zone, I have the book, really good book, and yes, Martin Sheen, yeah, Martin Sheen is playing the guy running for like local office and stuff. And yeah, he goes into a coma and he's dating her and she's a teacher and he's a teacher and he gets into a car wreck and then yeah, he's in a coma and once he wakes up, It's like however many years it took her to get married and have a kid, and she's moved on, but then they have this nice little sensual scene where she's like, "We can't be together, like, I'm married." Very much like Cast Away, when he comes back, she's married, and she runs out when he's driving away in their truck, and she kisses him, and oh my God. Another movie is Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I could talk about Nick Cage. I've been going on a rewatching all of his movies lately. Did Face Off, did Ghost Rider. I watched another really bad. It's the airplane one when he's on the Con Air. Yeah, watch that one. I really love Lord of War. A lot of people hate this movie and say it's trash. I fucking love Lord of War. Yeah, with Cher, perfect movie. His David Lynch movie, where is it? Something. Oh, Vampire's Kiss, I watched the other day. And you have to do it, Alva. Because you have to. You know that? Alva! Am I getting through to you, Alva? Oh, I've never misspelled anything. Not once. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, C, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, A, Z, Z. He's like, fuck. And she's like, well, it could have been misfiled. Misfiled? What do you mean? What do you mean misfiled? And she's like, well, and he's like going insane. Oh my God, yeah. He thinks that movie is so weird. It's like American Psycho in the same sense of like, you know, he's not seeing these things. He's not going to therapy anymore. The first therapy session, when he tells her that he got aroused by fighting the bat, is definitely real. But I believe from then on, the rest of those therapy sessions were all in his fucking head. And that's how like American Psycho is when he's like calling the cops and they're like, "Sir, what are you talking about?" He's like, "I killed a homeless man." Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, but no, it's just the psychotic and all the fucking cocaine. Like, goddamn. But it's a Christmas movie. The Family Man, right? Yes. This movie is beautiful. I love her. I have always thought that she is so fucking gorgeous. I love her. She is so, so pretty. I don't care what, how is, you don't hear Hollywood talk about her. She was always so pretty. And she did always play like the mom role or whatever, but I loved her. Um, but there's a very famous scene in this movie where they play the slow cover, like the Wicked Games by Chris Isaak. And he's like making out with her on the steps. Like, I watched this movie and it was like, I mean, I had already had many sexual awakenings. Come on now, by the time but I remember watching this film and very much feeling like if I ever had a husband, I want it to be like this. Like, it's just that scene. And I don't care what anybody says about his acting. I mean, of course, they put her with him. Like, she was definitely carrying the scene, but so was he. They're like, they're like talking about the night that they got married, and basically he's a business guy and he sees Don Cheadle, who ends up like he's like a genie and he's a homeless guy, and he grants him this wish that like she never got on that flight to be a business lady herself and all these things, and that he ended up working at her dad's tire store and helping him run it. And they have like, let me see, two kids together. Yeah, baby boy and the little girl. No, she like goes up to him at a certain point because he's like, can't change the baby's diaper. He's supposed to be like the family man, like the awesome dad. He knows his shit. And she's like, "You're not my dad, are you?" And he's like, mm, "I look just like him, but no, I'm not." He's like, and she kind of touches him, and she's like, "I won't tell them that you came from outer space." And he's like, "Okay." And she keeps a secret for him because she sees, like, I don't know where my daddy is, but I want my dad, and you seem okay, and you seem like you need to figure some shit out. And so it's fine. This this part, yeah, she touches him and she looks at him and she's like, "Huh?" And that's his like best friend. His best friend has the hots for his woman, and his woman is coming on to him. They're like swingers in a sense, but not open about it. They're like cheating on each other. And he puts that shit in the ground immediately. He's like, "I don't know what you had with him before, what kind of rapport." Because, yeah, he kind of tells her, like, "I'm not who you really think I am." And I know that sounds crazy, but he's like, "I love my wife. Stop coming on to me." And, she was a fine fox. I believe it was the same woman who they had in Santa Claus 1, where she's saying, "Ooh, I feel like a woman." And she's like doing the whole thing, and he's looking at her, and she's like, I know when I've embarrassed myself." And she like walks out. That's his wife, that actress. And see, this is how I am with movies. I can't always remember the actor name, but I can always remember a role that they played or many roles. And I'm like, she was the mom in this, or she was like, my friends will always text me because they're like, "Savannah will know. She knows all this shit." Like I'd know that guy if I was watching some shit. I'd be like, "That's the guy from the Family Man movie. Holy shit." And because it happens all the time. It happened when Walton Goggins first started becoming famous because I knew him from some other shit that he did. And I was like, "That's fucking Walton Goggins." And now Walmart owns his ass. We've all seen the Walmart commercials with Walton Goggins. I'm worried because then I start to wonder, is Walton Goggins like a hard Trumpy Republican, but he just doesn't, I don't feel like he is. Even, I don't think that he is. And even if he was, I'll just try to separate it. He's so hot. I don't care. God, it's terrible. I'm like, ah, I just can't wait till that man's not in office anymore. Oh my God, my baby. She's licking her brother. Oh my. She's a brother need love. Ooh, ooh. She's just a babe. Sorry, they're so cute. Oh, now he's returning the favor. She like dipped her head and he's like, meow, meow. Oh, you guys love each other. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love when they love each other. But then it's like 5 minutes into this, they'll be fighting, I swears. Sometimes it happens. Then they start throwing blows. But oh my God, they're like living on each other. They're like at the same time. Like she's getting his neck while he's getting her head. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, they love each other. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. They're siblings. They're a bonded pair. They had a brother, um, and he stayed at the house. We got them from a girl who went to my boyfriend's school. And so there's Carlisle, Ham, and their brother, which I don't know his name, but I know their mama's name was Honey. And she was a tortie. And my baby girl is like a reverse tortie. She's like got the tortie colors, but she's a lot of orange mostly. And she's very pretty. Everybody's always like, "Wow, your orange cat is so pretty." Because she's like got all these different colors in her. And I don't, because everybody says orange cat behavior, but is that always for female? Like, and she's not a full orange. She's Tori. I guess she acts like a Tori, but she acts like a little baby. Every time I put my ear up to her, I hear poo, poo. And she could just be literally doing nothing. She's just always in purr mode. Always happy, chilling. Just great to be here. But yeah, I really like this movie. I don't know, like, what else is a good movie to like. Now, I just want to talk about films. I keep saying I should probably go to bed soon. I don't have to work tomorrow. I gotta work the next day. So, yeah, I'm excited. I just keep thinking about it like, holy shit. I can't believe I finally got a job that I know I'm gonna enjoy. Like, and even if shit happens, even like, I don't think I'm gonna end up hating this job like I've disliked every other job because it's not gonna be super physically demanding of me at all, really. Like, I'll have to help do things, I'm sure. But he even said, like, I just have to get friendly with the cleaning staff. They have cleaners. Like, I won't be cleaning. Oh, and I'm so excited to get to know all the cleaning ladies. I want to be good with them, nice with them. I want the whole staffs to like me. I want everybody to think that I'm the nice girl with like the funky earrings. Because I'm gonna ask, like, what's your policy on like earrings? Because I've got like hearts, I got ghosts, I got like arrows, like a heart. I think I got maybe like pancakes, lizards. I know I shouldn't wear my Jesus marijuana earring. Uh, I got these ones that I made myself that I really want to wear to work. Like, can I wear those to work? We'll see. These are all things I'm gonna ask. Like, so shoe policy, earrings, necklaces. So what's the sitch? My boyfriend says something about. He's like, well, it's a good place for fancy colored hair girls to work. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, I literally got checked in by a girl with dyed, colorful, fancy hair tonight at my hotel. He's like, so you're gonna do fine. They're not gonna care about your hair or your tattoos, which I wasn't even really thinking about that. I wore this sweater and a nice dress, so he didn't see my tattoos, the guy, which all places say like tattoos are fine, which I'd like to get another one. I for years have wanted the next piece I get to be a dragon that goes on my thigh all the way up to here, probably. And I know it would probably take a couple sessions. It probably would. um, but I'd like to get that done. Or it would take all day. Because I just get line work and shading and stuff. So it probably wouldn't take that long. Um, of course, with it being, they're probably gonna have to go over a few times. But I would tell them, like, I want the lines to be the same, like, thickness as, and that was just the one Passover on each. I remember getting this one done. Took the longest, of course. And I was always scared about people touching, like, right here. But when the needles went, hey, see, now they're fighting. What? Is there a June bug or something? What? Is there a bug? Are you okay? Oh, now she's kissing his head, Simone. I don't know what they up to. Come here, baby. Baby. Do you want? Baby. I don't know what they're doing, but let me see. Like, I was looking at the Skyrim stuff. I mean, look at my music. I was listening to Cool and the Gang earlier because I kept saying it in my head oh Lord. And then the ding, ding. And I was like, what is that? And then I Googled it. It's a LeBron James poolside commercial where that's his voice. You hear him say, oh Lord. And I hear that as TikTok audio a lot where it's like, oh Lord. And yeah, but the song is Kool in the Gang. Love this song. This song good. This is my playlist. I really like this picture a lot because it reminds me of my old room when I was a kid, and also a mix of my boyfriend's old room because his old room was very much like I had posters and things, but he had like green everything in their room, and then my room had a lot of black and white zebra print. And I remember bringing my zebra print blankie to his house when I was living there and stuff. So yeah. And I've seen this picture has been edited a bunch of different times to make this girl look different for different types of people. There's a black girl with an afro. I've seen a blonde girl with like straight hair. But yeah, I had long red hair for the longest time. And now I just have short red hair, which I like because I feel like Alan from Smiling Friends. Even more now. A lot more. I want somebody to tell me I look like him. Like, because my plan, if I can't go to my hairdresser and get it done because I don't have the money and I want it shaved by a certain point, I am just going to end up buzzing it and dyeing it all the red color I always have. And if I do that, my head's going to be all red just on the top like that. And it would look like Alan because, you know, smooth head. He doesn't have no hair and he's all red. But yeah, I'm like, what can I do? Like, let's go to YouTube and if you found this on June 29th, your lucky era starts now. Girl, that was technically still today for me. If you're seeing this, miraculous things will find you very soon. I just like the aesthetic. Shanghai? What? What the fuck? Oh, cute. Wake up early tomorrow. I should listen to that for my first night at going to work. But let me see. Hot body cam. It's like, you know, actually, well, shit. Because what I thought about is I don't want my YouTube to get flooded with all these cop cam videos, you know? Ah, but we're gonna do it anyways. Two days ago?
Ma'am, stop! Stop!
Ah, what happened?
I'm yelling
Oh
stop.
my God, why? You scared me.
Okay, well you should.
Why are you waiting? No.
Put the car in park. Put the car in park and turn it off.
Okay.
Put the car in park and turn it off now. Put the car in park and turn it off now. Stop! Put the brake.
What the hell? Okay, this is already like. What is she?
Hit the brakes!
What happened?
623! Vehicle versus officer! Stop! No!
Don't hurt me.
Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car!
Okay, for one, I'm just gonna point out with the way that the cop is acting, and she's a visibly, she looks Hispanic to me. She's either Hispanic, native. I've seen native girls, you know. She looks like she got that mama build, and she's built like my mama. And I think this cop's being a little racist. I'll just say that immediately.
Stop! Put the brakes! Hit the brakes!
What happened?
623! Vehicle versus officer! Stop!
She's very loud.
Don't hurt me.
I'm having a panic attack. Well, you just ran over somebody and maybe...
The officer steps forward, but in a split second, the SUV surges ahead, rolling over his foot before speeding out of the parking lot.
It's a car, stop it right there.
I took it as they were getting her because she ran over somebody. No, like...
Just proceeded north.
What started as a routine report
Holy
about a
shit.
suspicious woman at a busy shopping center quickly turned into a dangerous police chase.
I hit with the door and it ran over my foot. The headquarters on behind it, where's the westbound?
When officers finally caught up to her, she had an explanation ready. I panicked. I had a panic attack.
This kind of tastes like
I just
pumpkin
wanted to
spice.
get
I don't know
back to my
why.
daughter. But as investigators reviewed surveillance footage, interviewed witnesses, and pieced together the timeline,
Where'd my
they
baby
discovered something shocking.
I see her.
Standing here, you're the customer.
Yeah.
And when she walked by, she had 2 bags and then a bag of ice in her hand.
She didn't pay for that
looked,
ice,
and
didn't
she? kept
she?
looking. She looked at me. And then I guess I didn't see the police. I didn't know the police was here.
Okay.
And then something spooked her. And then she turned. Like she was walking towards produce. And then she turned and then shot right out that door.
She had like short, curly hair. I won't say like she's more. I
Hispanic.
won't say all the way white, but I guess not Puerto Rican. I don't know. She's white to me.
Sure.
Yeah, but and she had on jeans shorts, I think.
Seem white to me. I think she's Hispanic.
I seen her coming, but not knowing she was stealing. And then she was start right there. Like,
You guys can hear this, right? And me?
then as soon as
Okay.
she turned her back,
Awesome.
I
This is
saw her.
awesome. I feel just like Moist Critic.
If she was telling the truth, why
Uh.
didn't the evidence support her story? And what was she really trying to hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is fucking
Walked
insane.
out with what? Six, 23. Throw me out. Signal 65. Same place. Ma'am. Stop. 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 Get out of the car.
Wait,
Ah, what happened?
I'm yelling stop.
Oh my God, why?
wait, why are we
scared me.
seeing this again?
Okay. Well, you should.
Well, okay, so that part is crazy when she just wah, and like grabs for the door because I'm like, bitch, the first thing you do when you get pulled over is calm the fuck down, act all natural. You act like there's not a situation. No situation. Because today when I went to Walmart, cops were all the fuck out because, and I said it out loud to myself, okay, boys, we get it. It's the end of the month. 4th of July is this weekend. You can fill up your ticket booklet on Saturday when it's fucking 4th of July. You don't all need to be out right now, but no. It's the 30th and they're trying to fill out their ticket booklets for the end of the month because I know how that shit works. And they were just out. And I had my YouTube like this and a cop, and then I almost ran a fucking yellow and shit. I'm like, dude, it's always when the cops were out that I'd be fucking up and doing dumb shit. And they know that. And they're trying to catch people. Fucking annoying. I hate cops, truthfully. Most of the time. Except for when I'm watching shit like this, and it's always like, holy shit, like the cops are always laughing, getting talked at crazy. Like, it's like situations like, I don't like being involved with cops. The last time I spoke to a cop, I was parked in the yellow line area, like in front of the Walmart, and a cop walks up to my car. I don't see his fucking vehicle anywhere, and he goes, I don't even park my car here. This is the fire lane. And I'm like, well, guess what? Everybody and their fucking mother parks here. The old people fucking, husband will sit in his car while his old lady goes in the store, and I see people doing it all the time. What do I need a handicap thing or what? And he's like, well, they're not even supposed to be doing that. I'm like, so why are you talking to me? Go talk to all those people. I basically told him, and he was like, all right, well, and I didn't like, he like, my window was open, so he like leaned his arms and shit, and like had his arms like basically, you know, in my space. And I called up to the police office the next morning, but they were closed because it was Sunday. And I told them, I'm like, yeah, you had a cop come walking up to my car. And I even told him, like, granted, if I would have seen his vehicle coming, I would have, you know, left. Because I'm like, oh shit, a cop. But I'm like, he walked up to my vehicle. He did that shady because I could not see his car. And he just comes walking up. And I was like, I'm an alone woman who's autistic, and I don't like being alone like that. And I don't like that shit. And how about if he wants to talk to me, he can send a woman to fucking talk to me. And I told him in my message, they didn't call me back because I was just bullshitting. And I was like, when I go to the doctors, don't even fucking ask for a man. I always get a woman. So I'm like, and that's how I want it to be for my police officers as well. I always ask, when you're sending somebody, send a woman. Like if it's like the last time I had a domestic issue, because I'm like, men don't get this shit. They don't. And no, they ended up sending me a man, and yeah, him and my boyfriend's brother gaslit me out of getting his ex, the boyfriend brother's ex, out of the fucking house. So annoying. To this day, like, yeah, my sister-in-law came over because the man that my sister-in-law married was the one who originally brought this girl into the home. He wanted her, but then she met the middle brother, and she met my boyfriend, and she was like, probably thought to herself, he's too young, but I like the middle brother because he's really emo, and he's like a skater boy. And I'm not saying it like that because I don't like the guy, but after living in that whole experience and him always taking her side still anyways, and my boyfriend being like, so what, do you love that bitch still or what? Like, what the fuck? And she wouldn't leave. I tried to get a personal protective order against her, but because I lived with her, they didn't take it seriously because they're like, okay, well, she has to then be within a certain amount of feet, and if she's not going to move and you guys aren't going to move, how can this order work? And I'm like, it'll just state that she can't fucking talk to me. And if she fucking talks to me, I'll call the cops. Like, that's how it works, bitch. But no, they weren't willing. She reminded me a lot of my alcoholic crazy dad. She was schizophrenic. She was seeing shit. She was talking about shit. My friend just got out of a relationship with a crazy girl who sounded just like this bitch. And we always say the girl's name. And we're like, just another bitch. But yeah, it's like when I watch stuff like this, I have a good opinion on cops, but when I deal with cops, I don't. And I went to jury duty, and a guy said that. He was like, I'm not able to be on jury duty because I don't like cops and I don't trust them. And the judge was like, all right, before we continue anything, can you elaborate further? And he was like, cuz anytime I've ever been arrested, anytime I've ever had to call them for something for myself, it's always been nothing but bullshit. And so I don't like cops. And the judge was like, all right, get out of the seat. And they picked somebody else. I never got picked to do. I was so sad. I wanted to be on that trial. It seemed interesting. But yeah, I could not.
Yeah, and she decided to...
Didn't even call me into that seat. I was so pissed because they'll do like rotating throughout the whole day. It takes all day. And yeah, I didn't get picked. Maybe next year.
The fire department's on the way. I'll be fine.
Fire department, she ran for your foot, dog. This man's a fucking baby pussy. Let's be real. A grown-ass woman runs over your foot, and just because you're a cop, you're gonna take that as assault of an officer. Give me a fucking break. I'd be like, okay, take your fucking broken foot and get the fuck out of here and go run after an abusive father. Thank you.
The door was open and she decided to back out with it just pushing me along.
And she decided to back out. Well, she was crazy. She literally said, I was having a panic attack. Oh, I love doing this. This is so fun because I don't have to do anything. And I always just like, I'm very ADHD autistic in the sense of like, I always have to be watching something because I don't like to sit in silence, at least where I live, because I want people to think that there's people talking in my apartment at all times, so they never think that anybody's not home. I'm that paranoid. My boyfriend's not here. At night, I leave the TV on every night with the volume on, with Game Grumps playing so they hear men's voices. So if anybody wants to try some shit, there's men awake in my apartment, and it's Aaron and Dan. Hey, you shouldn't be up there.
I'll tell you what happened.
That would hurt.
your hands behind your back right now. Get both hands behind your back right now.
Holy shit. Girl, she said she was having a panic attack, and if she wouldn't have done any of this, like, I'm sure this feels terrible. Like, yeah, they're cuffing you up. Big girl, can't figure out how to fucking move her arms because she's fat. Like, come on now. And I'm not trying to be a certain way, but I'm for real. When you are a big person, it's harder for you to move your body around. I was friends with a girl most of my life who's a bigger girl, and seeing the way that she has to get around, it's not comfortable looking. And when I say big, she's like 400 pounds. So I'm not like...
We're not having a discussion right now.
Okay.
Minimal traffic, please.
Headquarters, we got one detained. Everything's simple. Everybody can slow down. You go hit your lights off.
All units slow down. Go maintain minimum traffic.
I pull an all... Well, I'm not going to pull an all-nighter. That'd be terrible before I got to start a job. I'm definitely not going to bed at 4 in the morning. I say that, and it's 2 a.m. right now. And I'm still thinking about that lasagna. And now it's tasting like taco seasoning. What is going on with this bitch? First it was pumpkin spice, which is spicy. And I'm still getting seasoning spices. Did I put paprika in this?
What's that? No, the trunk is not clear.
Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me, or hurt me?
Let me know when you got it. Go ahead.
So why are you looking in her hair?
Look this way.
Clear.
Open your mouth.
I never understood.
Daisy, can you take the next customer, please? Okay.
Because she hesitated when she saw you.
She did. Literally, she looked at me, and then she went this way, turned that way. And then
They
she
love
looked
this
again,
shit.
Shoo! Okay. I had to know she broke.
Are you willing to write down what you saw for me?
Okay. Me, I'd be like, whatever. Sure.
I don't even know. Yep, you're here for me.
I don't even know.
Same thing.
Okay.
They're blocking not all of... I can see the Stacy's chips.
Lady decided to.
Oh, you know what? They're probably not trying to block anything. He's got something smudged on his...
How's it feel?
Probably rain.
Foot feels fine. I got steel toes on.
I am not wrong. Foot feels fine. I've got steel toes on. So why did we make a big fucking deal, like a big baby crybaby man, that a grown-ass woman ran over your foot? Because you're a cop. Because you're a cop and you want to fill out your fucking... And you're like, she's going to jail. Like, if it didn't even hurt, then who gives a fuck?
I don't think so right now.
I'm very old, like,
if anything, it'd be my shoulder.
I believe about letting people get away. Unless it's murder,
So doors open.
I believe people should be able to get away with basically anything. Whether that be stealing from a store, or, because I play Cyberpunk, and it's not just because I like Cyberpunk. I very much believe in the anarchist way of life, and that everything belongs to the people, and that we should just be able to go and fucking take it.
I got a lot of moving parts right now.
And we should all just... I don't know what Donald Trump would do if every woman in America took a road trip together and went and him and tied him up or something, like Savannah Guthrie's mom. I'm like, I don't really know what he would do. Like, what the fuck would Donald Trump do? He'd be like, every single woman is gunning after me right now. Oh my god. Like, they're here on the premises. Every woman who's 18 or could get out of school to come fuck me up came. That would be amazing. And then we'd be like, the White House is ours again, bitch. And it's not, and we're not setting foot on that bitch and desecrating the land like all those other motherfuckers did. We're coming here, taking your ass out, because we brought a few lady cops with us. And they're gonna go in. Because truthfully, I found that so...
This is exactly why I wear them.
Whoever was there at
All right.
January 6th. I don't care if you're a U.S. citizen.
okay.
In that moment, you were a terrorist too, because, and it pisses me off that
So,
he's building a ball
John, the
and
manager, is working on
everything,
pulling
because
video.
that building holds so
Tina,
much
short
history.
female, works in the deli
It's
in
just a
Dallas Place.
beautiful
She was
building.
a witness. She's working on a statement, as
It's
is
our
one of the other
capital.
customers.
So these people who step foot on it
You have to do a statement?
terrorize
Huh?
people,
Think you have to do a statement too?
broke
Probably gonna have to do a
desks.
statement. Yeah, I'm
There was
just, I'm trying to
shit
figure out what's going on with my
on
shoulder right now.
that one bitch's desk. Then they went to her house
no,
and
no.
which I don't think I like that woman anyways.
But
But all that all
you
aside,
guys have her stopped over there.
it was fucking insane.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
the
then we have to
January
do use of
6ers
force.
should have been in prison for life.
I kicked her
And
twice.
When your
it's fucked.
blood
I'm so
curdling
pissed.
scream came out on the radio, I don't think I've ever sprinted so fast. as
So,
I
all right,
pulled it.
let me go cold.
Is that her? Is that her car? Whose truck is it? Does it have a cop truck with no labels on it? His light's all about to give me a smeasure. Alright.
Do you understand?
I want to see her get to
An
the fucking...
anxiety attack. I
Okay.
didn't know what was happening.
Okay, then what happened?
I drove.
You drove where? What happened once you left outside the store?
Yeah,
saw the
you
cop
need-
inside the store. He
They need to
approached you.
prove that she's
And
at
then what
least
happened?
somewhat, like, was it just a panic attack or are you
Okay,
drunk?
and what
If
happened
you
when you
can't
drove
recall.
Everybody was, I don't know, everybody was chasing me.
Okay. But what happened when you saw that cop and you got in your car and pulled off? What happened?
I don't know, it was so scary. I don't know. I felt like I don't know what was,
Okay.
I didn't know. My heart was racing. I felt like I was going to die.
Do you recall yourself hitting the officer with that car and the vehicle car the whole time we were chasing you around this parking lot?
Because he broke my door.
Who broke your door?
You're the officer.
You just told me he didn't have your door. He didn't grab your door.
No, I didn't attack him.
Okay.
I guess, I don't know how he did that to my door. I must have pulled it backwards. I don't know.
So why didn't you stop
He
once
said
we
that
approached
the car door was open and she drove off, so that's probably when it
you? Right at this light
happened.
right here.
I got so scared. I was so scared. I was scared. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I just had an anxiety attack and I felt like I was going to die and I just wanted to get home to my daughter.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell me?
I just wanted to get home to my daughter. That's it.
Well, now you're not going to your daughter because you just caused all this chaos.
I know.
When you could have just stopped in the first place when the officer approached
They're
you
going
inside
to
the
jail.
store.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I had an anxiety attack. I didn't know.
Okay.
What did she just say?
She was having an anxiety attack when he approached her in the store.
What did
Did
she
you need
say?
medical attention now?
I think I'm okay right
You
now.
okay? Okay.
I just assumed.
Okay.
I just
So the
assume.
reason she took off is because she was having an anxiety attack. She got scared. Yeah.
Shut the door. Unless you're not done.
Yeah, I'm done. I want to turn the AC on for her.
A public food in there.
Yeah, that's what she said was back there. Yeah.
Some of them are open.
I'm looking to see what my cats are looking at. I feel like I brought a June bug in here.
Because she was right there, and she hesitated because the police center right here. And as soon as the jelly girl turned her back, I got that door.
Did an officer by chance take any type of ID from your purse?
No, she just gave me and her the statement to right there was it.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have your ID on you as well? I mean, if you know your number or your date of birth, I think you should have it in here with your information.
I don't know the number by heart, but the date of birth I got, but I don't know my.
I can call it. Okay, that's hers. I'm gonna give you hers. Yes, ma'am. It's Lizard. Yeah.
That's not mine.
That's kids.
Oh, okay.
When I knew she was getting ready to steal, when she walked by us, like I'm standing here, you're the customer.
Yeah.
And when she walked by, she had 2 bags and then a bag of ice in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
She looked and she kept looking. She looked at me. And then I guess I didn't see the police. I didn't know the police was here.
Okay.
And then something spooked her. And then she turned around like she was walking towards produce. And then she turned and then shot right out that door.
Okay.
And that's when I called the MIC. And that's when he think the police was here. He just went like this and they took it from there.
Okay.
And I don't know what was in the bag. I just seen 2 bags and then a bag of ice.
You can just see how you say here. a lady, would you describe like she was white, Hispanic, black?
I want to say.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to tell you or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm saying describe like what you remember seeing, based off like her, what she was wearing, if she had light hair, dark hair, just those little things. Just because then that puts the picture, out there.
I don't know if she's Puerto Rican.
Anything because if you think about it, a Hispanic.
Puerto Rican's Hispanic.
And in Hispanic it'd be considered white. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just it doesn't have to be like, I think she's from Dominican Republic.
No.
It could be just white, black, Spanish, anything that makes whatever comes to mind.
No. Okay, she was dark brown, not dark brown, but not like me. I get it. Not light skin.
Yeah. Even if it was just her hair, even if it was her hair, what she was wearing, like shirt, pants, shoes, anything you remember seeing. It doesn't have to be like the complete picture, but when you saw her walking, what do you remember?
Damn, my mind went blank.
Because
it was like I know, and I was trying to deal with the customer. Damn, we had them all here tonight?
Well, the main
What?
I will say one thing that happens with my
I can't because I'm actually on it right now. So
sideburns
go right back.
is that sometimes they curl into my
I'll go
ear.
right back.
I hate that feeling. I'm like, I think that it's one of my cat's hairs.
Just, yeah.
Like,
Good. Saying like the lady, we just want to be as exact as possible because then an attorney's going to say, "Oh, you saw a lady? It could have been any lady." Exactly. So, not trying to put you on the spot.
No. I understand. It was just a moment of
But it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Because I was trying to help her, but then that took my eye.
Yeah. She's got the other one. So.
Oh, she must be new. I ain't never seen her. I don't know her all my life.
I can feel
I've seen all these other cops.
I ain't never seen her.
She's been on the ship for a couple of months.
Okay, that's fine. How long you been here?
A little over a year. So.
I've never seen him either.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
I've never seen
And
him.
I've seen him.
Oh, that's the I ain't son him. He come in too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see him,
My uncle works for y'all, Derek Tooley.
Oh.
Every time I say that, they say, "Oh," because he's a parking maid.
Yeah.
Parking.
what a fun night.
Yeah, right. Derek Tooley's the mayor.
a good distraction
Yeah.
from work. That's what I'm saying. I want the cops to come to the hotel. I won't have to do work. I just help the cops out until they're fucking gone.
I don't know if you can answer
Oh
this.
my
Did
god,
y'all
I
get
don't
her?
ever want somebody trying to rob
You are
her.
stupid.
That'd be crazy.
Well, I guess he is trained to know the car. I'm sure he caught that shit in real quick.
Yeah, I think he did. Because I heard him out there. Oh, red shirt.
That's great.
What
I
you
want to
got?
know what she had.
Oh,
Was it worth
you want
it?
me to throw that?
Was the ice worth it?
It was some other stuff in the bag. I don't know what it was. It was in the bag, but it was a bunch of stuff.
Publix. So
I'm sorry.
Publix is out in California, right?
Just because she's working on this with him, I have open registers down there. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oof.
You can stay here all night.
Okay.
You can stay here. She doesn't want to. Yeah. See?
That's all I can.
Okay.
All I can remember from the moment, because I was trying to deal with the customer and get them out of here.
Okay. Average height, short.
She was like average, like she was 5'3". Well, I want to say 5'3". She's taller than me. Yeah. Hey, boo. Yeah, the police ain't here. I'm running from them. She was. I want to say like 5'3" because I'm 4'11".
I always
so
love when I see that. Like another lady, like,
It just
You okay?
it just paints a bigger picture when you say like the lady, and you have everything else. Just want to put like a description of that.
Yeah, she was it was a black. I want to say it was a black shirt. It was a dark color shirt.
you okay?
If
I see
you're
your
not-
butt.
If you don't specifically,
What are you eating?
I don't want you to put something that you don't 100% know. So if you wanted to change it to dark color, that
Okay.
that works too.
Oh, hold on.
And then if there's nothing else you can think of, It's here. I hereby swear on a penalty of perjury that the foregoing statement is true. You just sign, then we'll notarize, and we'll give you a copy. Before it's $600 pull it.
No.
I'll go pull it.
Letting them work the kinks.
I'll text it to you. Minimal traffic, so I'll text it to you. I'm gonna go to the car.
She had like short, I think curly hair. I won't say like she's more. I won't say all the way white, but I guess not Puerto Rican. I don't know. She's white to me.
Sure.
Yeah, but and she had on jeans shorts, I think, and a white shirt. So I said, I seen her coming, but not knowing she was stealing. And then she was stopped right there. She's like, and then as soon as she turned her back, the bitch popped up. Got her right door.
She's just sniffing some shit.
So it
She was
is my
sniffing me.
understanding you'll have video surveillance
well.
of the events that occurred tonight.
Yes.
If I could please see that video
Yes.
surveillance, that would just make my
pulling up
evening.
all of the different things to see. So
This is a girl cop.
what all specifically you're looking for? So I
Sounds
can tell you
young.
how far I've made it.
I
outside
would
for
love
sure.
that.
Okay.
And then she was in the store for probably 30 minutes though. So I have her right as
I put this down just a tad bit. It was pretty high before.
I haven't followed her around the rest of the store to see what all she's collected.
Okay.
But yeah,
You can see.
look at it.
Please.
She's chewing on cords.
Of course, Rain stops and everybody else wants to go shopping.
Of course.
So I figured out when she came in and when she went out. So she came in at 2013 and then she left at 2039. So I have that up on a different one. I have her leaving. I haven't gotten to her, seeing her select any products. Do y'all know what all she has?
I believe a couple officers retrieved y'all's merchandise,
Okay.
so I'm not entirely sure what
Okay.
she has quite yet. If I'm not mistaken, a bag of ice and a couple other miscellaneous
things?
items.
Because I didn't personally see her select the items. I just had this customer that we got the statement from, and my associate saw her. She kind of stopped and stutter stepped when she noticed that the officer was.
I assume
up there,
you
and
saw
she went
that.
out. So
Like,
hey, they said she went out with
he
someone,
jumped
so
out.
that's whenever he went and made contact.
Headphones
She
are a
just
little
said she
loud.
didn't stick around.
He jumped when I threw that for her.
So I was gonna
I'm
backtrack and
hoping
follow her
she
that
just
way,
walked down the
but
hallway. And I'm hoping he doesn't go and jump after her.
you can see she comes out with her loaded bags that she did not come in with. She sees the comp there.
God, I feel like I should eat more. I got some salsa.
You got the meat? Was there meat back there?
Yeah,
Huh.
The prices on it?
I just am not.
They're probably
I'm so
just like
tired.
the packaged stuff from the
But I'm also
deli.
hungry.
But yeah, I would
That's
hold
why I
off
need like
until
yogurt or something.
They might,
I
they
can just
might
go
know
with
you.
this, like a
That's
go-gurt.
true, yeah.
So
Yeah. Let me see though. Let me see what's in here.
yeah, it looks like they're in that like flamingo bag.
He kills stepdad for uncovering his sick secret. I want to find cop cams strictly in Michigan because I want to see if I.
2 bags of merchandise.
What was that?
Didn't look like she paid
I want
for
to
it.
tell you guys if I
And
can point out
alerted
the
our
judge
plaza.
that I went
Police
for
officers
jury
on the
jury
street
duty.
Came out and made contact and
Of course, then
rest.
it's gonna say my
And
fucking
that you
county,
obtained
so maybe I should.
video
do that.
surveillance, only if you did, which you've shown me that you have, and what you essentially observed on that CCTV. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now for that part, do you want me to? I probably don't need super specifics on what she has because I don't know what
No.
she has yet. Okay.
Don't put anything in there that you are not 100% certain of.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Oh, that's her groceries. There's something
Um,
stuck in my tooth.
On the camera, did you see her take the bags? Because this one still has a tag on it.
She came in with one bag.
Then that's the bag she came in with. Okay. 'Cause
Correct.
this one has a tag on it.
Correct.
Okay.
So she took
Good thing I did that.
Reusable bags.
Alright.
Great.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck? They're usually like 69 cents. It's so funny.
I took pictures of everything by itself and things that were like all those steaks. It's like over $100 worth of steak. I took pictures of that as a group. So.
Wow. That's why they said she had 2 bags and she just booked it. She had a bag of ice. So she had a bag of ice probably. Just
that's
trying to
her
get back to
property. I
her
can't bring
daughter?
that stuff back there and that.
Wait a minute.
Just, I mean,
We'll use it to transport and then put that in CCTV.
then I guess we're gonna wait to call Tri-County for a minute.
I'm assuming. I'm assuming that the, you know, low income, they canceled food stamps. This is from 2 days ago.
So we took
Oh my
photographs of
God.
everything, documented everything.
So I thought we all said that if we seen motherfuckers stealing groceries, we weren't gonna snitch, huh? Well, like, you don't want to lose your job. Shit, yeah, gotta. But goddamn, like everybody said, like you see a mama stealing formula, see a mama stealing Lunchables, mind your business. Like, cause nobody has fucking food stamps anymore. And as much as I talk about, uh, God, yeah, my old roommate has some friend that she's like still friends with who was selling her food stamps and shit after she had a baby because it's like Roger, I'm gonna go take me and my 6 kids up to gotta get you guys a Snickers, or he says some shit and he comes back, the system works. That was her ass. Yeah, the system works. It sure does, girl. It's fucked. I That's another reason I don't want to have a kid, because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be one of them bitches who's having to live, even though, yeah, I was a food stamp kid. I was a free reduced lunch kid. 1 year it was reduced because some paperwork got messed up or my mom took a second job and then I couldn't get free lunch and she was freaking out. And I was like, Mom, it's $2. What the fuck? And she's like, yeah, but $2 every day, like that adds up. That's like 2 times 360? I don't remember, but yeah, she's like, that's how much that is. I can't do math. And yeah, so this is from 2 days ago. Motherfuckers are stealing groceries. We need to mind our fucking business.
Obviously,
I'm
y'all
sorry.
provided us the itemized
Like,
receipts, so you have an exact recollection of everything.
pisses me
If I
off.
could get your name, and then you're going to acknowledge that you received the described property back.
Please use less than 70% concentrated medical alcohol when cleaning. Oh, okay, so I can use. It just has to be diluted with water. Because, yeah, there's like reclaim. I need to.
And then I forgot to get your signature on this. I know it says victim, but you are kind of a victim on behalf of the property. So most people sign right there that in the case of a public records request, we would redact all personal identifying information. So 9 times out of 10, people initial there. Every so often, people don't care that the information's floating out there and they initial there. But if I could get your initial on either box and then print, sign, date.
Store cashier confronts. Wait, forgets camera was recording. Teacher arrested for second DUI at almost 4 times. Mom reports missing son, but cops find him in her car. Huh? Predator arrest after police find his disturbing messages. Oh, I love, like, To Catch a Predator type shit. Body cop cam, Michigan. I may end up seeing somebody I know, because I know somebody who of recent has gotten. They were a minor who got beat the fuck up by a cop.
Why did you shoot, sir?
Why did you shoot, sir? I
Camera
trapped.
footage shows the moment a Grand Rapids police officer fired his weapon after he says he accidentally tripped.
On the ground! Oh, God.
That was me. That was me.
It happened
I did
on
hear it,
December
okay.
9th of last year in Grand
was
Rapids,
me.
Michigan, when a group of officers responded to a potential car theft.
I pulled the set of keys out to make sure they're not to that car. We would make sure that car's not stolen.
Grand Rapids police say they saw a
where
vehicle
my
that
cats went again.
possibly matched
Hopefully
the
they're not
description
Michigan.
of one that had been stolen and connected to other crimes. They followed the car and driver Davion Smith, who drove to his father's house and went inside. When Smith came outside, Officers had already set up a perimeter. Police later learned Smith's vehicle had not been stolen. Body camera footage begins as Smith is handcuffed just moments after a gunshot rang out.
On the ground! Oh, God.
That was me. That was me.
Why did you shoot, sir?
I tripped.
Officer Gregory Bauer says he tripped and the gun accidentally discharged. The bullet did not hit anyone, but was fired into a building near
Aren't you
Smith's
supposed to be
direction.
like a fucking
Bauer
expert
was charged
professional or
with a
some shit?
misdemeanor as prosecutors say he carelessly fired his weapon.
Oh my god. Body cam and Michigan State Trooper traffic stop 5 years ago? No. Teen detained while walking home sparks concern over what? Oh. I actually know of some shit in my area of a dude who was a fucking pedo in the school systems, and he was caught on some YouTuber's channel for some Michigan to catch predator type shit, and then he fled to Florida. He taught at my boyfriend's school, and he had my boyfriend and all of his friends on Snapchat when I met my boyfriend. And I remember him sending, because he was like the cool teacher. Cool teacher. Yeah, okay. Oh. And yeah, he would like send pictures. He was always shirtless, and none of them, like, I remember when I first started dating him, and he sent my boyfriend a picture, and it was like, and old guys are always doing that fucking angle when you see the chat like that. And he had a beer and I think like a bag of weed in his hand. And I thought I heard my kitty. Yes, what are y'all doing in the kitchen? But he was like, yeah, he's just weird. Like, he sold weed to one of my friends. And yeah, like, I think he did like psychedelics and shit. Like, he was supposed to be like the hippie teacher, like the guy from Victorious. That vibe. And, um, yeah, I immediately had this feeling of, I feel like that's a picture my mom would get from a guy she's trying to date, or me from like a weirdo. And he's like, huh? And I'm like, look at the angle. Look at I'm like, does he send you guys shirtless pictures a lot? And he's only talking to the boys? And he was like, well, yeah, because we're in his. And then he did something like for the football, I guess. I don't know. And oh God, yeah, and I think he was a school counselor at a time. Oh God. Yeah, counseling young boys. And yeah, yeah, he was meeting up young boys and shit. And I knew it. I fucking knew it. And all of his friends even said, they were like, dude, like Savannah was trying to tell us that he was a fucking weirdo back in the day when you first met her. And I'm like, yes, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I know what I see. And I know when I see weird people. And I hate to be all like woo woo, but I feel energy from people and vibes. And I know when somebody's bad juju. And I should not be around them. And nobody else should. And when he sent that picture, it felt really predatory. And also, like, it's not the candy in his van, but it's the, hey, I've got hard liquor and pot in my van for you young boys who I know are potheads in high school. Like, straight taking advantage of people in a place of power, and he knows that. And yeah, a couple years ago, all this shit broke, and his wife is standing by her man. God. Why? So many women do that shit. I stand by my man. I'm like, Beyonce. I was just talking with my sister-in-law today about Beyonce, and she's like, I call her Extrance. Extrance, and I was like, that is amazing, beautiful. Because yeah, and also, what the fuck? You're gonna let Jay-Z cheat on you? And I hate to be this way, because there was a TikTok a couple years back that was going around where it was saying that as a white woman, if you say that Jay-Z is unattractive, and that just means that you don't find black men attractive. And I was like, or conventionally, and I was like, that's not true. I find many black men attractive. Apollo Creed, Lando Calrissian, fucking, the guy from Lethal Weapon. Yeah, I'll go there. He's old enough to be my dad too. I don't care. Childish Gambino. Fucking. I'm trying to think of. A lot of people say A$AP Rocky, but I do think A$AP Rocky is very attractive. Um, but I would say he is not conventional. I don't know. Is that wrong to say? He's got very defined cheekbones and stuff. He's like, whoa, hey, Jesus Christ. Uh, he could be like a black Tom Hiddleston in a way. But who else is Milchick from Severance. Oh, he's packing so much cake in those pants. It's insane. I need to be clapped up. He can sit on my face. I don't give a shit. Like, the fuck? Do you like CDs? Well, you can tape these balls to your forehead and see these nuts. Huh. Oh, I got him. Fucking got him. What is this, please? Oh, I love Philip
This guy
DeFranco.
had no idea that a simple traffic stop would earn him both internet fame and a legal battle. So this is 19-year-old Taven Galanakis, and he's driving through Iowa.
I don't know
when
why
two
I
cops
just gave
pull
him
him
that
over for
look.
having
I
his high
never was
beams
really
on with the
attracted
blind
to
oncoming
Philip
cars. So
DeFranco.
officers Nathan Winters and Christopher Wing, they take him through the normal process. They ask for
Yeah,
registration,
no.
insurance,
He
all
reminds me too
that.
much
They
of
then
my
order him
uncle.
out of
That's
the
why I
car, and after
watched
putting
him.
him in their
That
patrol car,
Curtis
Winters drops
Parody,
this
a
bomb
very
on him out
old
of the blue.
Sims
How
4
much have you had to drink tonight?
YouTuber. He reminds me of my uncle.
So this kid's begging to just take a breathalyzer and go home, but instead, the cops first make him go through a series of field sobriety tests. They then finally
That
give him a
seemed good.
breathalyzer, and it shows that he has zero
His
alcohol
feet
in
were
his
like,
system. So Galanakis is ready to go home, but then Officer Winters reads him his
Zach
Miranda rights and
Galifianakis?
accuses him of having smoked marijuana, saying that he did so poorly on the field
Lettuce.
test that even if it's not alcohol, he may have something else in his system. So then they put him in handcuffs, they take him down to the station, they put him through a comprehensive drug evaluation. And that again, showing that he is not intoxicated whatsoever. But very notably, that's just where this story begins, because 2 weeks later, Galanakis posted
My cats are going at it. What the? Nice dumb AI picture. Cop realized his career-ending moment was filmed. 7 years ago? Yeah, this does look old. Body cam shows Michigan sheriff trying to avoid DUI arrest. Oh,
New body cam video
we love
showing
it.
a Michigan sheriff visibly intoxicated while asking a
Y'all
deputy
need to chill.
not to
Hey,
arrest him for
hey,
drunken
it's
driving.
3 in the morning.
My dispatcher called. Someone thought you were
Christ.
dead over here.
Somebody thought you
Midland
were
County
dead
Sheriff
over here,
Scott
eh?
Stevenson in the vehicle. The video shows a
This must be in
deputy
the
knocking
UP.
on Stevenson's window and waking him up.
Upers
while his
sound
vehicle
more
was parked
Canadian.
along the side of the road in
'Cause,
Kalkaska
I
County
mean, a
last
lot of
month.
them came.
He told the deputy he
They
was on a deer
also
hunting
go back.
trip and admitted to drinking earlier in the day. A breath test revealed he had a blood alcohol level nearly 3 times the legal limit, and then asked not to be arrested.
Jesus Christ, I'm a sheriff.
You okay?
It was called in. It was over the radio.
Chill, baby.
I made a poor choice. I drank too much today.
Stevenson pleaded guilty last week to operating a motor vehicle
You
while
okay?
visibly impaired. He was placed on probation for a year and fined. He has apologized to the public for what happened.
She looks a little upset. Drunk nursing student? No, I fucking hate RNs, whatever they're called. I don't remember what the. I hate. Also, when I was working at Applebee's, there was a girl who had a Grey's Anatomy quote quote tattooed on her body. It's a good day to save lives. Now, I'm not a Grey's fan. My old roommate was. She got me watching the one woman spin-off show. She had me watching 911. Both 911s. It's the firefighter show, which I liked the original one, but then she was like, yeah, but you're really gonna like this one because I know you like Rob Lowe from The Outsiders. And I was like, okay, all right. And yeah, I like the story. He had a gay son who he was very much trying to be there for, but he had also discovered that he had cancer. So he's like, shit. Like, how do I be there while I'm mentally not feeling it? And then, yeah, his son finds out, everybody finds out on his firefighter team. And that's like what the show is about. And stuffs. And the boy trying to get a boyfriend. I think he does. I don't remember how all that goes. But I do really like the one 911 show because the one black girl who's got like a buzzed hair, she was in an episode of It's Always Sunny. She's the desk lady when Dennis is like, I'm a recovering crack addict, and this is my donkey brain sister. And she's like, look, I don't need the song and dance back and forth. You just need to sign is like this much paperwork. She's like, this, and come back to me, and you can get. And he's like, wow, this is amazing. Like, you don't even have to make up a story anymore. You just come in and get the drugs. That's so stupid. But yeah, that's what everybody. Back in the day, you used to have to make up a story to them so they'd give you a medical marijuana card. God, they're chasing each other again. I feel like we gotta put them in their room. I feel like I should let them get it out because whatever. What? Mary Kavanaugh was arrested in late February? Really? I didn't know that. My boyfriend's always keeping up on politics and shit. I was gonna watch John Oliver tonight because I think there's like 2 new episodes. Yes, yeah, John Oliver and that knows. When he was on Community, oh my God. John Oliver in Community can get this puss so hard. I don't. People think I'm so weird for saying that. They're like, John Oliver, the guy who looks like a bird. I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. And it's so sad. Steve Buscemi stated that he didn't even know that he wasn't like conventionally attractive or whatever until he got famous and people started to say that. That's sad. That's fucked up. And he's a beautiful man. He's so handsome. I love Steve Buscemi. Like, that's so stupid. And it's like, yeah, Michael Jackson, when he says, I had no idea that the world thought I was so strange and bizarre. But when you grow up like I did, he's like, you're weird. Like, oops.
All right, Mary, what happened to your tires?
Oh my God, to be the cop in this situation. Hey, Mary, sure, state representative, we gotta talk. I'd be like, you're not getting away with this.
I think I was just driving back from Lansing. And
You're driving
Is she? What is Kavanaugh?
back from Lansing?
Yeah.
You're coming back from Lansing right now? Is that's why you're on the highway? You're coming back from Lansing? Yeah. Okay. So I didn't see you on Merriman?
Okay.
Where are you gonna come back from?
Lansing.
But you're on Merriman.
Right. I was just coming back
Right.
from Coleman's.
Girl, be honest. You're coming back from work, stopped at a bar. It's dark out now. I'm assuming, well, yeah, she probably is there all fucking day and they get out late. They do a lot of shit, I'm assuming, in Lansing. But she probably stopped at a bar, or she did that TikTok chick that I haven't seen everybody with the like, oh no, no, oh fuck no. And they're like putting shooters of alcohol in their drink. They're like, oh no. Yeah. And then they're taking that drink to work. My dad used to do that same shit. They used to get drunk at their lunch breaks. They'd go to like a bar, sit at the bar, get food, because you gotta eat on your lunch break, but you also have to eat 6 beers. Like,
Fundraiser, but
fuck.
it's basically from Lansing.
Okay. So, alright, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that then. So you don't know what you hit? Because I'm just
Is that
saying,
Harley Davidson?
both your front and back tires are flat.
No, something. Is that Sub House?
No, I saw you passed.
No, and that was recent.
Deli House? I don't know what that says.
I would assume.
No, and I was literally just talking to my boyfriend on the phone, talking.
I'm gonna check on my
coming back
cats.
from Coleman's, and
My baby girl gets sensitive.
Coleman's?
yeah, that was a state representative that was coming back from his fundraiser
Oh, okay.
in Westland.
Oh, in Westland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's where you're coming back from Westland. That would make more sense than Lansing. Yeah.
But I
Okay.
was coming from Lansing. I stopped at Westland, and that's where I was going home from Redford.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
217, 1043.
Where'd you?
As soon as I called this, I did.
Well, I'm letting you know because I mean I saw you driving on Merriman just out to Schoolcraft, and I heard the fluttering of both the tires flat, and then you passed, you got onto Schoolcraft, and then you got onto 96, and then this tire absolutely got shredded.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of calling my boyfriend.
Okay.
For help.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
2 glasses.
2 glasses. Of what?
Red wine.
2 glasses of red wine. That's the only thing you've had to drink tonight?
Honestly, yes.
Honestly? Okay.
Yeah.
So, if we do some sobriety tests, you're going to pass them then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You can toss your jacket back on and hop out of the car for me? Yeah. You want to put your jacket back on? It's a little chilly out.
Yeah, I guess. I had a wrap.
A what?
A wrap.
A wrap?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you see your tires?
No, I do.
I don't know what you hit. Hopefully it wasn't another car.
No, actually, this is recent. I just.
Oh yeah. You just what? Oh, you did? How long you had it?
Well,
2 months.
Okay. You take any prescription medications or anything like that?
I haven't seen what's happened. But I'm waiting for my other cat to get out of my bedroom. Basically, I don't know. My cats, and I can't tell which cat's been doing it because I haven't been seeing it happen. But every day I wake up and there's more throw up on the carpet, and I just walked in my room and my girl cat looked like she had stuff on her and there's a stain. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, because Ham throws up a lot because of hairballs. And I guess, like, I asked the vet, I was like, so it's not just like a hair, like they throw up food and stuff? And she's like, yeah. And I don't have the money myself, but with my man coming home this week, we might have to, and I hate to be this way, but and I say it like I'm talking to him. He's got to come with me. Because the last time I went in there, it was fucking hell. My cat, my girl cat freaked out because they didn't have me pick her up first, and one of the other ladies tried to do it. and I don't know why she did. And then she needed to be put in a little burrito, towel burrito, so they could give her her shot. And yeah, I'm like, I think it's the heat and that they've been overeating, but I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But also, I'm like, they sleep in their own bedroom, and usually at night, I have to close my bedroom because I don't know what they're doing in there, and I got a bunch of shit in there. I don't want them to eat any earrings or anything like that, which I don't think they would. She wouldn't. God, my boy cat's kind of dumb. But yeah, I'm trying to wait to see them both walk out, or I'm gonna go back and see if she's under the bed. She's gonna throw up again. Will you stop being so? You've been chasing her around all fucking day. No, 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 you're not going up there. Yes, you got it. That's all plastic over there. I don't have an alarm going. Oh, I gotta fix my. I was set for when I was supposed to work at McDonald's. That's why that's happening. Jesus Christ. Oh, Bulls, I know. I'm watching her, okay? Yeah, will you stop? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure she keeps doing the, as a human, you feel the spit and I'm gonna check the date on their food. Here, that's for you. It's okay. I feel like I have a enclosure for him. I feel like she's all nervous and he keeps following me around. I'm following her and she keeps like she ate something. And I don't know. Here, you're bothering me. You're going to stop. Here, excuse me. Here, no, get in here. It's okay. Like I tell people, I have toddlers. Like, that's why I don't have kids. Like, yeah, she's throwing up. He's everywhere. I just need him to like chill. For I feel like she needs to throw up, and she feels like she can't do it because he's fucking following her around. And that's what happens when I'm trying to throw up. Like, legit. Like, my cat will follow. It, Here, not on this. Not doing it on that. See where she did it. Here. But yeah, I didn't even see what happened. Now she's just looking.
I'm gonna go inspect that LinkedIn. You care? Well, I think I'm gonna end stream and she probably needs to drink some water, and yeah, I have to watch her brother and make sure that he doesn't disrupt her. But yeah, it's probably the heat. I don't feel good when it's hot out, and it's been like fucking, it says it's gonna be a high of like 100 and something tomorrow, so yeah, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.